You can't see that picture anyway, so I don't know why you're worried about that.
Okay, where am I now?
Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Hello, guys. How are you? Just getting set up. Give me a minute here. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and I just got done helping my parents unload a trailer that they then brought to my house, which we will then load. But the loading isn't happening today. So, Josh, we are both very sore. So, hey, Christy. Hey, Roy. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you. How you doing, honey? I think I just sent you a link, Ron. If you want to come up. We're working on it, Josh. Whoops. My fingers have forgotten how to copy and paste. Oh, I bet you are, Cindy. You've got a lot of people praying for you. You're going to do fine. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah, random clicking doesn't get me where I want to go. Aviation fan, she's having brain surgery next week, next Wednesday, I believe it is. So she definitely needs our prayers and positive thoughts. Hello, Wicked Insanity. That's a fantastic name. So yeah, keep Cindy in mind, especially next Wednesday. She's got to have the surgery, and her son cannot go with her because of the virus. So she's going to be alone, and he's going to be on his own trying to deal with his feelings. So, if you guys happen to see him, or you can send him a message or something, just let him know you're thinking about him, and send lots of prayers for Cindy. Okay, I think if anybody else wants one, they can. Okay. Hey, Country Rose, cheers. Oh, we've got a raid. Nancy, that's a Nancy in the Spirit of Durango and Silverton, Colorado Railroad. We got Nora, we've got Anthony, we've got Donna, we've got Gaffa, Carrie Ann, NS5107, Ganna, Dave Larson, Aviation Fan. came with them.
Boo.
Hey,
Touch your forehead. All right. All
Hey,
right.
Fun. How you doing?
there's
Hey,
Joshua Williams.
Uh-oh.
All
I forgot
right.
to do something.
Hey, GTA. All right.
There we go.
Thank you guys for the raid. That's awesome. Appreciate it very much.
Look, y'all. Toy Man
Hey, all.
playing GTA.
Yeah.
He playing GTA Canada.
There you go.
Wow, it's the most frustrating rail crossing in the world. The arms never go up.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, look, the dingers are not flashing. We can sue. We can sue.
Mhm. Yeah, they're broken. I haven't got them hooked up yet.
Yeah, that's what I said. We can sue. There's no safety lights, man. We got lawsuits, Susan.
You should have been there when he had a train derailment in Gafferton.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just had to go there.
I'm just checking cameras out right now for later on today.
You just have to excuse me for a minute, Susan. I'll sit here, but I'm just working on that video for Ken.
Oh, no problem.
well, now he's gonna put us in the dark.
Well, no, I got this one sitting on a tripod actually.
It's still dark.
Pat your forehead.
She said pat it, not stroke it.
Again?
Poke your nose.
She said poke it, not dig it.
Yeah. Nancy, she wanted you to poke the outside, not the inside, okay?
Mhm.
Oh, aviation fan. I live right by a railroad crossing, but it's not marked. It's marked, but there's no bars, there's no lights. It's you got to pay attention and stop when you see the friggin' train. And there's actually a memorial. Somebody put up a cross and puts ribbons on it every year and stuff right
Yeah,
there by the train.
we got one off the Highway 90. It's got 9 crosses on the crossing.
Yeah. But I will admit to having done it myself. I see that train and I'm about a half mile up the road and I hit the gas because I do not want to freaking wait. I'm 2 blocks from home. Fuck you, I'm not waiting for damn train.
Yeah, 'cause you're like mine. You get that 6-mile coal train.
Well, and that railroad crossing, it's like there's a curve and the crossing. It's all at the same place. So
Right.
it's freaking dangerous. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I've done it too. I'll be like, oh shit, the train's coming. You hear my motor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey Elton, good to see you.
Because it's never a short train. Never. And at half the time they stop in the middle, back up a little bit, stop, wait, pull up a little forward. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just do that just to piss you off.
Well, yeah, because the next crossing's 9 miles out of your way if you want to go around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Here I got to go almost 15 miles. So.
Oh shit! No, hell no.
Yeah, I got all my cameras set up. I'm not going to move them now.
Where's our motorcycle friend? Did he finally make it to work? He's not there.
Hey Jerry.
Oh, he got took out last derailment.
No, he's behind the car.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Or are you talking about,
Hi, Elton.
or are we talking about this motorcycle guy? Hang on. Flip that camera. Hang on.
We didn't want to see your coffee grinder.
We can hear you, Ron.
Never watched Thomas the Train.
Yeah, you can hear. You can hear me. There. But it ain't gonna reach.
That's what she said.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got this thing on a tripod now.
Yep. See that. I knew you wouldn't hold it. Too steady.
Where's your extra?
Well, that tripod belongs to a friend of mine. He brought all his camera equipment, and when he packed everything up, he went home, and I noticed shit. The next day, the tripod was still sitting down here. And it's still sitting here.
Here you go, Wicked.
So who knows when he's going to come back and pick it up.
Right.
Probably was weighing it out on the virus news.
Hey, Lisa.
I didn't hear the first thing you said. You mumbled when you walked up.
Yeah, you mumbled, eh?
Wicked, I've been there where you have butts and you fill them with, you empty the tobacco out of them and you get enough of,
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
and then you add that all together and make a cigarette or two. Yeah, I've been there.
Same here.
I have a feeling that with Lisa winning this game, she's going to be saved by the insanity of her kids for a while. They'll be playing games.
Yep.
I seen that woman.
I roll my own too, Wicked.
You know the woman I was telling you had the 12 kids in the same 3-bedroom house? I seen her. I guess she got her check. She left, and when she come back, I was watching her unload her trunk. She had 4 of those big box wines. I said, she getting hammered.
There you go, Nancy. Is that close enough for the stairs for you now?
Can you imagine being trapped in a 3-bedroom house with 12 kids?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
No, I can't imagine being trapped in a 3-bedroom house with 12 kids.
No.
I mean,
Where's my son?
it's a big
Susan?
house. It's big like mine, but it's only 3 bedrooms. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Susan, being trapped with 12 kids is almost being trapped with 18 adults.
Oh, ugh.
Oh, look.
Well, yeah, but let me give you the ages. I think the youngest is 8 and the oldest is 17.
Hi, Jenna.
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
So
Hey, Jenna, how you doing?
she's got 17s that act like they're 40, 10-year-old that act like they're 20, and a 7-year-old that cusses like a 30-year-old.
Damn.
And she's got to teach them.
Yep.
Well, other than the tablet deal, when the teacher's online, but
Right.
Well, there's somebody in my drone community who has 13 children at home right now. He,
Oh,
he, he has 13 kids and he's homeschooling every one of them.
well, that's the one I was telling you. She was crying because the kids, she couldn't get them to do the homework, and the school system's going to penalize her by fining her for them not turning their work in.
Yep.
And
His
she
youngest,
says, I
his
can't
youngest
afford
kid-
that. Yeah.
yeah. Well, his youngest kid is Gaffa's girl's age.
I told her, I said, hey, if they don't listen to you, call the state. I guarantee they'll listen when CPS shows up.
well, I can't imagine. I mean, I tried to homeschool my son through kindergarten.
Mm-mm.
We made it to the middle of the year, and after Christmas, I enrolled him in freaking kindergarten.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I don't have the ability to set a schedule like that, keep a curriculum going, all that. That was like way beyond me when I was that
That's what I said. Teaching a kid is not easy.
No, it's even kindergarten. You can't just randomly teach them shit. You have to.
You got to have a schedule. You got to have discipline.
Yep.
It's not easy. That's teachers are like cops. They're a rare breed of people.
All right.
Yep.
Unfortunately, yeah, I do think it's a very rare breed, but unfortunately, I still think cops are underpaid compared to teachers.
Oh yeah. Oh, cops are way underpaid for the
But you
bullshit they
can't
put up.
you can't say that teachers don't put themselves in life or death situations, because they do. My
Well, yeah,
brother
especially in high school.
my brother had a kid pull a loaded gun with the safety off right in his face.
Hmm.
My brother had the presence of mind to use the little bit of martial arts that he knows, and basically, whatever he did, he got the gun out of the kid's hand. And
Oh,
you know but yeah, I think teachers are so freaking underpaid, it's not even funny.
Not in Australia. Unfortunately, I don't have the same respect for teachers. I think teachers are overpaid and underworked.
Oh, not
But
here.
we don't have to. We don't have to worry about people taking guns to school and shit like that. So
Yeah. And my brother works in an inner city school in Minneapolis. So there's gangs, there's violence, there's prostitution in the school. I mean, yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, it's like that freaking that I don't know what it is, group home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, half the girls end up pregnant in the group home by the workers. I'm like, how the hell are they going to get help when the staff themselves is worse than what you took them out of?
Yep. Well, I know when I was a kid and I was in a group home my senior year of high school, I was so happy because the rules were relaxed, and as long as I did what I was supposed to and it was clearly spelled out, then I didn't have any problems. I moved up the levels and I had basically unlimited freedom. And
Yeah.
I wasn't used to unlimited freedom because I didn't have that with my parents, and because they knew I couldn't handle it. So
unfortunately, though, Susan, there are some homes that if you do the right thing and you don't make a big deal, you get molested very quietly and nobody knows about it.
oh, I understand that completely. Trust me, I understand that.
Yeah, but these here, I hate to say, wasn't being molested. They just turned it into a fucking brothel.
Yep. Jerry, my brother's school has police. They have 2 guards at the door they're actually, the 2 that are at the door are retired Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
And then they have police officers that are uniformed, stationed throughout the school. I think there's 6 total.
Yeah.
So
I know they took a bunch of our teachers and put them through training. They carry weapons on the school grounds.
and I am totally for that. I'm not for just allowing a teacher to bring a gun to school.
No, they have to take
I'm all for
training.
the school district training them
Right.
how to use that firearm defensively and safely.
Right.
And, yeah, I think teachers should be armed in this day and age if they're trained properly.
Right. Well, it's not in that. It just like at last school, it actually had security, but they were chicken shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, you talking about the one in Florida?
Yeah, you remember he was hiding outside with the cops.
Yep.
He ran out of the fucking school.
I got to flip food.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get shot anywhere, but I guarantee you, if I'm a security guard in a school, I'm not going to think twice of bum rushing that son of a bitch. And what's the idea of putting a security guard in a school that can't carry a gun? Seriously? To me, that's the most stupidest thing. Oh, hey, here's the security guard, and all he's got the stick. Really?
huh.
And that guy in Florida was really bad because he had a gun because he was a cop. He was, he was an off-duty cop.
Sorry, I have myself muted because my dog is being bad, so I'm punishing her real fast.
All right, I'll be back.
Oh dear.
I didn't know how else to put her in timeout, so I had to put her in front of me.
Oh,
Where?
Dogs actually don't understand timeout. They really don't. They have no concept
Yeah, see, look.
A correction for a dog needs to be literally within 5 seconds of them doing something wrong, and it literally needs to only last about 5 seconds. Otherwise, it won't happen.
Yeah.
Just remember, when it comes to a dog, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
You gonna behave? Yeah.
Gary,
Behave.
I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it was called a zip gun.
Are you gonna behave?
It was basically a zip gun is a plastic gun, and you can only fire it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very high velocity and does the job very efficiently.
Christy, the better thing you would have done with that dog is you have a water bottle close at hand. You see a dog doing something, you squirt it.
Oh, she loves that too much. She's my water
Yeah, I know,
dog.
but it distracts the dog from doing what it is. Picking the dog up after it's done something wrong and cuddling it just reinforces what it did was the right thing to do.
You've basically given it affection for doing something wrong when you pick it up.
Oh, okay. You
So-
heard that? Wait. Did you hear that? Dogs giving dogs affection.
I'll give you a really good person to look up. It's the person that I model what I do after. Look on YouTube. He has all sorts of fantastic videos about just basic, like training, basic obedience. Just how to correct your dog in a way that
Yeah.
the dog will actually respond to. So.
Okay. I'm gonna jump on my phone because my computer is deaded
All right.
for some reason.
All right.
Your computer's deaded?
Yeah, it's deaded.
It's deady. Okay. Something new.
Donna, that's what they thought about my brother's school. They have metal detectors and all that, but he brought a zip gun. So
Susan and Yappa, did you notice something behind me?
a blank wall.
Yeah, what happened to your thing that was behind you?
She doesn't live in Seattle anymore, so why would she be in front of that same wall? She actually moved. The wall's in a different apartment. We don't know nothing about that wall anymore.
Yeah.
I think I pulled it down by accident last night. It fell down. It just fell down and it's on my bed. Here.
Well, now you got to put it back up.
Nah.
Can you see me?
No?
But yeah, my computer literally just deaded when Ron was talking.
So we get to look at a blank wall now.
All right. Until I find something else to put up there. I might put that hummingbird plaque up here that Sparky's wife gave me.
Seriously, Jerry? They've got schools in Chicago? Damn, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, our school system is done for the rest of the year too.
Same here. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
got the notification.
I
this
think ours
morning.
is too, if I remember right.
But because of the funding threat here, our governor has decided to open up our state come May 18th.
Nothing wrong with that.
Gonna thin the herd out a little more, is he?
Jesus, living in a lazy boy for 6 years, I couldn't sit in mine for 3 years before I had to throw it on the curb because the bloody thing was a piece of shit.
Hmm. How you doing, Roy? Jerry, Seth, hello.
Yeah.
Everybody, hello in the chat. There you go. I got everybody.
Yeah, that's what I said when I first came in. It's like, hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. That's it. I'm done.
Everybody. Ding, ding.
Hello, Donna. Oh, yeah, I said everybody. That includes Donna. Oh, hey, Carrie Ann.
Oh, I'm live.
Sorry, apparently my TV is being broken with my mother by listening to Mr. Postman.
Huh.
Is that any louder? Or is that cool? How's that?
You still editing there, Agatha?
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, Susan, how's everything else going on?
No, not bad. We now have a horse trailer in front of our house to load stuff into.
Nice.
Hmm.
So Joshua, if your dog is acting like he's in trouble all the time, is there a lot of like yelling or loud voices that go on in your house? Or you know,
Susan, it's Joshua. There's always yelling. That's the problem.
well, okay, more than normal. I mean, like, because a dog will get used to seeing you talk loud, but
Okay, Joshua, stop yelling at your dog. Pretty simple. I mean, I'm not trying to be facetious or anything, mate, but yeah, don't go off at your dog whenever it does something wrong. That dog don't cringe all the time.
I adopted a dog. My dog Chloe, that you guys see all the time, was very abused when we got her, and I would look at her and just literally use the wrong tone to say her name, and she would cower and pee. And now she's a totally different dog. It's been 3.5 or so years, and as long as we don't raise our voices, she generally doesn't cower. And she actually today listened to me when I told her to stop barking at my parents, and she let them come in the yard. She let my mom pet her. So,
Well, that's good.
yep, she's making big strides. Joshua, is somebody in your house yelling at the dog? Like when he does something wrong or something perceived wrong? Because that would set it off. Yelling at a dog only portrays really like unbalanced energy, and they don't know how to react to that, and so they literally just get confused. Like Donna said, they don't know what to do with that kind of energy.
Right.
They definitely like balanced, calm, assertive energy where they understand. I mean, I literally can look at Chloe if she's doing something I don't want her to do, and I just go, "Shh," and she stops, and she understands that I want her to get up on the couch, and hang out. What? Oh, there you go. I knew we had one. So, it's just a sound, and she understands what I want. And, and I've actually gotten to the point where I can look at her and snap and point, and she responds to that even better.
Just like clicker training.
So,
I don't know if you've ever dealt with that.
yes, I've done clicker training, and I hated it.
Same thing as you going,
Yeah.
except now you got to carry up the plastic around.
Yeah, the clicker training, you started out with having a dog do like a sit, and then you click the clicker and give the dog a treat. And then eventually you wean out the treats. Oh, you're welcome, Christy. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Susan,
What?
it only works on dogs. She still ain't moved.
What?
I said, it only works on dogs. She still ain't moved.
But you eventually wean out the treats, and then the dog just responds to, if it does something you want it to do, you click, and the dog knows that you're happy. Well, I would rather pet my dog or praise my dog than, click something. That seems really impersonal.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not what it's supposed to be used for.
I'm a great believer that you get better results if you praise your dog for good stuff and ignore the bad stuff.
Yep, that's for the most part. That is absolutely true. There are some things obviously that you can't ignore, but you don't have to go overboard, screaming, yelling, and beating your dog. I mean, a simple will stop a dog's behavior, and then you can redirect the dog to come to you, go to its bed, give it a toy, whatever. Real simple.
90% of the time, people yell at animals because they're frustrated more than they're disciplining. And
Yep.
Anthony, when it comes to Donna, obviously you're rubbing the wrong spot and you're not offering the right treat. Otherwise, she would behave herself all the time. All right?
No. I do like Susie. I swamped my fingers and pointed. It didn't work.
Exactly. As I was saying, you got to rub the right spot and offer the right treat, and then when you click your fingers, she might think about it.
Oh,
So-
goodness.
So treats, Anthony, you need to think of along the lines of like chocolate, strawberries dipped in chocolate.
Yes, I respond good to chocolate.
Well, chocolate coated stuff and nuts dipped in chocolate and shave once in a while, mate. Shave once in a while. It really does make them feel better about themselves, all right?
Well, I got that part's covered. I look at it. If a man wants a woman to groom, his ass better be grooming too.
Oh no, I just look at it this way: if a man wants a woman to swallow him, he better make sure all the hair's out of the way because she ain't gonna be happy about it. And not only that, it really sucks trying to get hot chocolate off the hairs. It hurts. It really does.
No, I tell you what a bitch
Like
is.
waxing.
Honey and whipped cream.
Can you dump some of this on
On what?
my pancakes that you're making in the oven? What the fuck?
See if I set the timer.
Yes.
Okay.
Susan, you want to see something really neat?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Ken said no, so.
It's my stream. Show it.
Why do we have dog toys on here?
I'll tell you in a minute.
All right, you got it to fit.
They're the ones.
Hold on. What the hell?
Yep.
What the? Where's the rest of the layout?
Very nice, man.
It's on the room. I just wanted to bring this in here to show people that I got the building done. Look at the
Is
screen
that-
tray. Don't they look good?
Is that N scale or HO?
This is in scale for right now.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're advertising it now, or what's going on?
Head that need to be broken up for shopping.
No, I just built the building. I wanted to show the building off.
You did a very good job,
Well, the
but
building
now
looks
I'm
good
just
now,
trying to work out why you're bothering to go into when you're really heading down the HO scale thing. I'd be building HO scale buildings.
Yeah, but I'm getting my in scale for
You
this a
don't
little
need it.
while longer. I don't have all
Well,
the track
just
items
have
for
to-
HO yet.
Get over it.
Oh, okay, that's right. Just I don't know all the
I
information,
don't know
so
what
I'm
they're
just
for.
They're listed what they're for.
finance.
No, regardless, Nancy, it looks
All
good.
over the place. So.
I know, because that's what I was using. A lot of that is actually broke down. Right. You're not going to want to put that on, so I'll take that with.
I
Where's
will.
Jaffa going now?
Oh, okay.
Hot sauce.
I'll heat the tomato sauce up. And,
Jaffa, why? What?
Instead of putting it on,
I got to go to the toilet. Is that all right?
there's one
Oh, okay.
right there.
okay, that's good then. That works.
When you
Not everyone can just sit there and go when they feel like it, you know.
Yeah. I bought everything that I used today. Put the store in the drawer, and the bowl is sitting there.
Okay.
Oh, you need that.
But
And that's what-
doesn't that look good though?
Yeah. All right.
Here, let me see it for a second.
I'm just
That's
glad.
so neat.
Yeah, I'm just glad the train fit.
This is what Ken is going to be munching on until his dinner is ready.
No, I'm just gonna look at it.
Oh wow! I want some.
I got that for $2.50.
Some.
I got that for $2.50 on clearance. They're normally, it was 75% off. So
Anthony, write
What?
down the address real quick. It's a email address. Hotones.com. I think it's all one word.
Do what now?
Can you?
hot ones. Here, I'll type it in the chat.
I think.
Well, no, I just couldn't hear him. He broke up.
Oh crap! I thought I typed it in the chat, but I was typing into space.
Hotones.com.
There, it's in
Yeah,
the chat.
I heard him to say hotones.com. What's that supposed to be for?
Something you really enjoy.
Oh,
I gotta go get food out.
now there's only one thing I really enjoy. That's the wife. So, yeah. Sorry. I'll look it up. No.
Train.
Oh God.
Okay, cars, you can go now.
Lay in the horn, no move.
Lay on that horn. Move it, Buster. That's okay because there's a car across the crossing that is coming up the wrong way anyway. So on the one side, on the left.
Yeah, you see that, huh?
And on the left side, or across the street,
Yeah.
on both sides, the cars are going around. He's got them facing both each other. They're gonna collide head on if they go. Ah.
Hey, Susan, you're live. Wow.
You know, they did not let me know that you were live, Anthony, until 83 minutes later.
Oh, I believe it.
You'd already been live 83 minutes when I got the notice.
I believe it.
Jeez Louise, thank you, YouTube.
Nope.
Who just dropped?
Ron.
Who was in here? Ron? Oh.
Yeah,
Ron,
says,
button there, Ron.
I don't know, but it says the bottom says device not connected, so apparently lost connection.
Okay. This is from Olive Garden. It's a bread bag.
Yeah.
You know, it says this bag not for use in microwave oven.
Right.
But above it, place breadsticks wrapped in bag for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in
for
a
a
oven.
conventional oven.
Right.
Oh, hell's bells. I'm not gonna turn my oven on for one frickin' breadstick.
Oh no. You heat up the whole house for one little stick.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Oh, there we go.
Unless you have the little new wave oven like
Good
I have
stuff.
on the countertop, you could have used that.
Yeah.
Because they would only run about, how long does it stay on there at 350?
5 minutes.
No, it would take about 2 minutes in the new wave.
Yeah, well,
You know, it's a convection,
yeah.
basically a countertop oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta get a new dome for it though. Ours got dropped not once but twice, and it's cracked.
Ew, that's not good.
Yeah, well,
Who's Vader?
and the two cracks are slowly meeting, so it's it's gonna fall apart completely.
Anthony, Cindy Lopez wants to come up.
That'd have to be Susan because I'm not linked with her anywhere, so that she have to wait till Susan gets back.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, go make dinner.
Check your Twitter, Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy, check your Twitter. What Gappa said, check your Twitter. Your Twitter, your Twitter, your Twitch, or whatever you want.
Hi, Cindy.
These things are good. You ever tried these?
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. Sitting too long.
I sat on it.
Huh?
I sat on it.
Well, that's a doofus. Why would you sit on your leg like that?
I got to do it.
Yeah, you ain't 20 no more. Cuts off the blood. Not good. You ever tried these?
Yeah. What you spit out the rest of the food?
Mm-mm. Hey, cousin, what's going on? Yeah, dehydrated, fried up green bean. Yeah.
Just making sure, dude. Be right back.
Tell me later.
Huh?
You can tell me later. I told you and I brought that cider. I said, you see what y'all posted in that chat? I said it sent to girls in bikini. He said, no, that's not the link I wanted.
Oh, I'm glad I
It's
didn't
for
do.
hot sauce. He was thinking.
Oh, I haven't tried it yet.
And I took Ken out. I said, what are you doing, Ken, to take the pictures of my husband?
No,
He said, what?
no different than Tilden sending them to me.
He said, no, it's hot sauce. I'll give you the link.
No.
All right. Thank God for Google.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Touch your head, lady. Was that? All right. You good?
I keep forgetting to ask about security questions too on my live stream. I forgot totally about that.
Yeah.
The
Well, I, mean,
I don't
I don't do it on mine because I'm not monetizing. I'm not, threatening about it. But on Ken's and all that, we do it because, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Cindy.
Hello. Hi. Everybody in chat. I just have a question for Susan, so I'll wait for her to come back.
I'll be right there.
That's okay. So, Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
next week I'm buying a half cow. So, on Facebook, can I message you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and ask how to have it cut up, or what it is that I'd like, or how I tell them what to do with what.
Well, it depends on what you like. You know.
Everything.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, I would basically just leave it up to the butcher then, unless you want a specific amount made into something else.
No, I there's nothing I don't like. The only thing is that maybe a little bit more hamburger meat, because hamburger I can really stretch out, but I don't want too much of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We got to figure out how much it weighs, you know, when they get it.
Okay.
And then you got to tell them, like, say, I want, you know, if you're buying a whole half, you say, I want 40 or 50 pounds of ground meat, you know?
Okay.
I'm just throwing numbers out there. It ain't got to be 50 pounds, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, you definitely want to keep your spare ribs and your short ribs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And your country ribs. And your country ribs and your ribeyes. You know?
Yeah, really. Can you, like, I don't know. I'm really ignorant in this. Like, can you get roasts out of it?
Yeah, you're going to have at least a shoulder roast and a rump roast. You'll have one each.
Cool.
Depending on how big the cow is, you know, it could be 2 or 3 rump roasts, or it could be just 1 rump. You know, depending on how he can cut it and how big the cow is. But you're at least going to get 1 of each. You're going to get a rump roast and a shoulder roast. But
okay,
like the shoulder roast, if you're not into the shoulder, you can always have that made into flank steaks.
That's what I'd rather do. That's what I want to talk to you about, because I'm not a big shoulder roast.
Well, then tell them make flank steaks, or you know what I'm talking about, like what they call like cast iron pan steaks.
Yeah, I love flank steak. It's something that if you don't know how to cook, it can potentially be tough, but it is. I like flank steak.
Well, the best thing is go watch a video. YouTube will show all kind of videos of how it can be cut up.
Oh, okay.
Cindy's not that big into shoulder roast, but she's got a hell of a rump roast.
Yeah, if you're like me, I get all the ribs. I get like the ribs, the spare ribs, the country ribs, and then I get the rump roast, shoulder roast I have cut up, of course my rib eyes. You know, I want my rib eyes.
I do too.
Yeah, I either want a steak or I want a whole rib eye, and I cut it myself later. You know.
Yeah.
And then the rest, I pretty much have ground up to ground meat.
Okay.
So I'm like you. I usually get a shitload of ground meat because, like I said, there's all kinds of things you can do with ground meat.
Right, and you know, you can like add things to it to stretch it out, and all that kind of stuff.
You can make spaghetti, you can make patties, you can make Salisbury steaks. You can, you know.
I like ground meat for a lot of things so much. I actually bought my own mincer.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, bought my own mincer. Whatever I decide, that's a bit. I better get that, and I just mince it.
Right.
Hi, Kappa.
Hi, sweetie. How you doing today?
Next question.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
Good answer.
My Alfredo stopped congealed and separated when I tried to warm it up.
How's David doing today?
Oh yeah.
He is doing better. He went and he helped his uncle at his house, and so he got a chance to talk to him and do some crying, and so that was good.
Good.
We're both ready for a Gaffa hug.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he'll get a gaffer hug. You might get a bit more, but that's beside the point.
Oh, jeez. I'd take it. Okay, Susan,
Hmm.
I have a question about my lab Vader.
Okay.
Okay, he's never done this before, and it's been going on for now a week, and I'm not sure what to do. So, okay, so you know that when dogs sleep, they twitch and, all that kind of stuff. But Vader has been growling in his sleep, and I don't mean like a little one. It's a huge growl, and I don't know if I should wake him up to stop him from where he's sleeping, because it's such a big growl. I don't want to frighten him and get bit.
Exactly. Well,
And what causes that? I mean, we're all set. I mean, it's just horrible.
has he had anything new happen lately, or anything that might have startled him, or somehow changed his routine? Is there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not that I'm aware of, other than like you and I were talking that, David can't take him to the park anymore, but David plays, we've got a pretty backyard. So he plays with them out there and plays fetch and all that kind of stuff because he loves tennis balls.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened, but it's bad, and it happens several times at night, not just once.
Well, dogs definitely dream. And the thought is, based on studies done, that they tend to dream about what they've experienced. And so something's got him upset. He may be actually sensing changes in you and your energy, because right now you are, you're saying you're scared to death. It's going to change your energy and the way you are with him. And, most dogs are smart enough, and they can figure out when a change in energy is because of an illness. And a lot of times, especially with their human owners, they'll actually be more affectionate, more loving, but it might come out in other ways, like in their sleep. They may express that confusion with the, the difference in energy. That's just a theory. Nobody really knows, because we can't see what they're dreaming of. So,
right. So how do I go about waking him up because if he's twitching and you can tell he's having a bad dream, I'd wake him up by rubbing his tummy and talk to him, and he'll kind of wake up, and then he'll go back to sleep. He's okay. But like I said, I'm not, because it's such a horrible growl. I mean, you see teeth and everything. I don't want to startle him and get bit.
And that's a very smart thing. So, I would recommend go to CaesarsWay.com, and you can actually type in your question or concern. There's a thing that says "my dog is doing" or something like that, and you just type over those words. It's like a search bar. And you can maybe type in questions about, like, maybe dog nightmares.
Okay.
Because that would be the closest thing I could compare it to, would be a puppy nightmare,
right.
Or how to safely wake a sleeping dog, I mean, I've had Spike snap at me in his sleep when I tried to wake him. He was yipping and growling, which he doesn't normally growl. And I just reached over and kind of petted his butt a little bit. And he snapped at me in his sleep, and then woke up and realized what he'd done.
Oh, poor guy.
So you're being really smart about not trying to wake him up right now. But yeah, CaesarsWay.com. Let me type that in the chat really quick, just so you can see how it's spelled.
Okay, good.
I don't have anything for you on this one. I don't know. But this is my go-to website. You can find about anything. as far as dog behaviors go. So
Actually, when you find a dog is sleeping and growling or getting a bit vicious, just talk to them with your voice normally, and that's enough for them to, believe it or not, dogs will react to you talking to them when you're being soothing, but don't touch the dog, just talk to them. The dog will come out of it, you'll see the dog calm down, and then you can start giving him gentle pats and strokes, and then they'll wake up and react to you. But believe it or
Oh,
not, dogs
okay.
do
that's
listen to you.
that's a good idea. I would go with that.
Well,
Yeah.
but he, miss. Oh, well, I do that. He don't wake up. He does from his other, but this, it's like he's so into whatever it is that I'll talk to him in a loving, soothing voice that I usually talk to him to wake him up, and nothing.
That's
You
fine.
might need to
There's a-
try a little bit louder. I don't know if that,
Okay.
you know.
The issue is the dog has got to go through COVID issues that are affecting his life. He doesn't understand what it is. It's just all of a sudden I don't go to the park anymore. Now the only one who pays him a lot of attention is David, because David will take him out and throw the ball and all that kind of stuff. And all the anxiety and the stress of what's going on in your life is affecting the dog in a way. So the dog's just doing its best to process it, and dreams are a good way for things to be processed. Take my word for it. So you just need to be able to bring the dog out of its dream state long enough for it to realise where it is, so that you can make it feel better. And then when it goes back to sleep, it may not have that bad dream.
Yep.
Love you, Carrie.
See you, Carrie. Hey,
Bye,
David.
Karen.
Bye,
Hello,
David.
David.
David. My precious boy. Yeah, I do. So, because it's both David and I, do you think
Hi,
that's
David.
extra for him?
Yeah, because there isn't a stable source of energy right now in your house. You may want
Okay.
to actually both take some time to maybe do some meditation and some calming exercises, and then work with the dog.
Or
Great
here's the other
idea.
thing that's going to be hard. Maybe you and David should openly talk about it a little bit more, so that you both can diffuse the frustration and anxiety you're both probably experiencing, instead of avoiding talking about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, avoiding talking about the situation is the easiest way to deal with it, but it's not the beneficial way, and it's not the long-term way. Openly talking about it basically does bring it out in the open, help you calm down, help you understand, help you put out feelings and frustrations and anxiety and everything else. And talking to somebody else always works. Doesn't matter what you're into.
I agree.
So, can I say this? And you guys, I hope you don't think less of me. I really do, but I'm really scared, you guys.
No,
You
we
have every
understand
right
you're scared. To be really honest with you, Cindy, I'm scared, and it's not me.
You have got every right to be scared. If they were doing stuff to my brain, I'd be terrified. So
It's not that. You've been through this before. You know exactly what's going on. You also know the odds and everything else. You've got more information than us. You have a right to be scared, because this is not something small.
yep.
And I understand exactly why David's scared, because this is a lot. It's a hell of a lot for anyone to have to deal with, and the end result could be the worst you could ever think of. And that's the problem. I'm not trying to make it worse. I'm just trying to let you understand. We understand why you're scared. We know why you're scared, and we expect you to be scared. But talking about it to your friends, to your family, and openly discussing it, allowing those fears to come out, and allowing those stresses to come out, is what makes it easier to deal with it and face it.
And I think David not being able to go into the hospital and get updates like you usually do during a surgery, I think that, well, I know that that's really upsetting him.
Yeah.
I know, and unfortunately, David is better talking to the doctors and the nurses about the situation and getting the answers the way he wants, whereas I don't think you're giving him the same information, trying not to subject him to too much of the bad stuff and upset him and all that stuff. So he's not getting what he wants, and it's frustrating the crap out of him because he can't get the answers and he doesn't want to push you for them.
Yeah. I love you, Donna, so much. Thank you, and I believe too.
Well, hello, Cindy.
Anyway. Is that my man?
Ah.
Hold on, you two want to room because we can leave.
Earlier, that I just kind of want to throw out an answer to. He asked why his Jack Russell Terrier eats poop. And he's feeding Blue Buffalo, which is an excellent food, a little overpriced, but it is a good quality food. Dogs will eat their own poop, or they will eat other dogs' poop. It is a natural thing. It's kind of like recycling because there's still nutrients in the poop, so they eat it and digest it again. And there's actually some nutrients that have to be digested twice in order to be brought into the body properly. So, out in the wild, that's necessary. Because of the way we feed our dogs, all those nutrients are already brought out into the food so they're digestible. So eating poop just becomes a gross thing that we don't want our dogs to do. It's a matter of training. And, when your dog is, that means you're going to have to keep an eye on your dog, possibly a leash on your dog, even in your own yard, until you've trained the dog to eat the poop. And there are many ways to do that. I can go into that more if you want. But the other thing is you need to be responsible and pick up the poop like on a daily basis, so it's not just laying out in the yard.
Yeah.
So,
but I'd like to add two things to that. One, dog stomachs are not designed to process certain nutrients majorly. Their process is to get what they need to get out of it and get the rest out of it, because a system that's not working properly is not healthy for an animal. So dogs will re-eat their poop or another dog's poop if they smell something in it that they feel they're lacking. And it's just a natural thing. They smell it, that smells good, I need to eat that, that gets what I need in my body. So they'll reprocess that nutrient again. The best way to handle a nutrient deficiency in a dog that will eat poop, because not all dogs eat poop, only some dogs eat poop, and it depends on their diet. And if you've got a dog with high protein in your diet, then maybe there needs to be something like a rice or a vegetable or something like that, or even a good dry food supplement that dogs can eat to get that nutrients, because dry food supplements, if you buy the right stuff, is designed to be processed quicker by the animal than normal food would normally be. So there's ways you can think of it, but reality is if it's just a habit that the dogs picked up, and so some dogs do, you've got to pick up their poop as soon as they do it, so it's not lying around for them to think about, and then after a while they just stop doing it. If they start eating other dogs' poop, it is because they're lacking something and they need to have that put back into their system. Change a little bit of their diet, try and tweak a little bit, and it may go away. But unless you know what they're lacking, what the hell are you going to do about it? Don't worry about it so much. It just looks different.
Country Rose Gaming just said the exact same thing.
You can actually go to a vet if it's a big problem, like your dog just won't stop. You can go to the vet, and they can actually do a blood panel that will tell them what nutrients the dog is lacking, and they can adjust the diet to the dog. So, you can do that.
Two reasons why dogs eat grass. One, it settles their stomach if all it is a slight upset stomach. And two, it can make them throw up, which is what a dog wants to do. Something's got in their stomach they're not happy with, and they're willing to get out, and they know that grass, and long grass especially, because they get it in their throat and makes them dry reach like us sticking our finger down, and they will eat that and throw up because that's what they want to do, which is not a bad thing, provided that when they throw up, they go back to being their normal, happy, healthy selves and nothing's wrong. If they go down worse, it means something's gone wrong and you need to take them to a vet. But yeah, don't worry about dogs eating grass. My cats eat grass just for the sake of eating grass.
I
They're
was
lacking
gonna say,
something, and
Chloe,
grass has got it.
Chloe does not eat grass because her tummy's upset or because she needs to throw up. She just likes to eat grass. And the more excited she gets, the more she eats the grass.
Yeah, sometimes, they just like eating grass. It's just a yummy. It's like kids chewing on grass and flowers and whatever when they're out in the garden because it just happens to be yummy to them.
Yep.
What do you do? Same as poo. Sometimes poo's just yummy to them, and what do you do?
Well,
It's.
I'm gonna tell you what a vet told me one time when my dog kept getting sick. He looked at me, asked me why I was feeding it, and I gave him the exact name and brand and everything. You know what he looked at me and said?
What?
Your fucking dog is not a vegan. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh, damn.
Dogs will eat vegetables and rice and all that stuff, but only as a supplement to their
Yeah, but you're not
carnivore
supposed to
diet.
feed them just rice and grain and all that shit.
They need a lot more protein in their diet than anything else.
But if you
so,
if you look
but,
at a lot of those high dollar dog foods, there's nothing but there's no meat to it whatsoever.
Yeah, but if you're just feeding the dog meat, you're gonna have problems because they're just gonna get bind up a bit, and they need to be able to pass some stuff. So they've got to have the other stuff to do that.
I didn't say feed
I
it
know.
this meat. It's the fact that most of the dog food people think, oh, this is good quality dog food. Well, if it ain't got no protein or meat in it, no, it's not.
Yeah, if it's made with chicken byproduct meal, that is not acceptable.
Well, no, that's all that is ground up feathers. No.
Ew.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and all the other parts of the chicken you don't want, Cindy. All right.
Yeah.
What, Nancy?
I haven't slept yet. I need a nap. I'm getting very sleepy here, so I'm gonna go.
You go sleep.
Hey, Nancy.
No.
So when are you
I
getting your
love
new
you.
wheelchair then?
Shut up, Nick. Bye.
I love you, Nancy.
Love you guys too. Bye. See you later.
Oh, and Nick went and found that special wheelchair for her and everything.
I think she saw it yesterday.
I know. And Nick's all hurt because he found that special wheelchair and she don't want it.
Well,
No, found another one. Check your hangouts,
know.
Gaffer.
I know. I already checked the hangouts. I ain't showing it to nobody. All right.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, she's seen it. I sent it to her.
Yeah, we're not showing it to Nancy.
Oh my
okay?
Lord, we're not showing that.
Donna, that's exactly my dogs. I have tried everything to change, different. See, this is supposed to be there. This, no, I always go back to kibbles and bits. That's the only thing all three of them will eat and agree on.
That's because it's dog candy. It's junk food for dogs. That's why it is designed to taste good, but does not have the best nutritional value. My dogs are like freaking picky eaters, and I'm at a point where I don't care if they like it or not because I can't keep switching food. I've actually started putting bone broth or tuna juice, depending on their food, and they gobble it down. Doesn't matter what brand it is.
Me too.
Just so you know, folks, just a little bit of a tip when it comes to fussy eater dogs. If you found something that a dog has eaten at least once every so often, but turns its nose up at now, and you want to get it off the dog junk food, as it were, let them go hungry a day or two. You'd be surprised how quick they will eat the stuff that you've originally given them that they did like, and they go, all right, if I have to eat it, and then that's all you start feeding them, they're going to start eating it because they're going to get hungry enough.
See, that's Chloe's bowl from yesterday morning. When she gets hungry, she'll eat it.
Yeah.
And you're not starving dogs. A dog that you can see their ribs and their hind leg bones sticking out, that means they're starving it. But if your dog's got a good body mass and it's all healthy looking and everything, I wouldn't worry about too much about missing a meal or two because they won't eat what you give them.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a dog being picky is a way of a dog controlling you. They figured out that if I don't eat this, I get something that tastes even better. And we
that if you're
catering to our dogs and trying to improve their food with basically junk food stuff, treats and all that shit. And it's like, you know what? A basic kibble, if if you're really worried about it and want to entice them a little bit, some bone broth mixed in with the food, they'll gobble it right down. But it doesn't hurt them to go a day or two without food. That's their choice, and when they're hungry, they will eat.
Yeah.
Not only that, in a pack situation that dogs are used to living in and have the mentality of the leader of the pack decides who gets what. And if you're down in the bottom of the pecking order, you can give a shit whether you like steak, you're having ribs. And that's all there is to it, because that's all going to be left for you. And dogs need to understand their packing order within your family. And if you put your dog in the packing order where they can turn down food, sucked in with what you got to deal with, because you've just given the dog the idea they're better off than what they actually are.
Yeah, it gives them a higher rank in the pack than you. And that's not what you want to be, to successfully, deal with your dog. So
there's a difference, folks, between loving your dog and spoiling your dog.
Yep.
You love your dog. You love them like your children. You would not constantly feed your children chocolate and biscuits and lollies and everything else because you know it's not bad for them. And it's the same with dogs. Don't constantly keep feeding them that expensive or dry food because it's easier for you to throw it down. Give them what they need to eat and teach them that that's what they should eat.
Yep. And yes, Sanity, the alpha in a wolf pack will go in and eat the organs first, and then he will generally back off and direct traffic for the rest of the feeding time.
You mean she does?
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question, Susan and Gaff and everybody. So when Joey was alive, he made sure that the dogs knew, he's the leader of the pack. But anyway, Vader was young and he had caught a bird and killed it. But what I found fascinating was, and I didn't freak out because I think he meant it as something good, but he walked right by me, right by David, and took it to Joey and laid it at his feet.
That was his way of saying, I've hunted, and now I'm bringing my kill to the alpha to determine what is done with it.
Like mine would kill the squirrel. She'd eat the head and bring me the body.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it would be, have I done good? Do I get my position? Have I done what you expect type attitude? And my cats do the same thing. They'll bring dead birds and leave them at the front door and meow, 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 waiting for me to come and give them attention. I just walk out, pat them and say, no worries, thank you very much, and toss it over into the garden. If they want to play with it in there, that's their choice, but they get their praise because they did actually do what they're supposed to do properly. But I try not to encourage them because I don't want them killing birds all the time. But, what can you do? It's part of their nature.
Yeah.
Well, Country Rose, that's definitely a different situation when you're dealing with an animal with blood sugar issues. You can't wait for them to choose to eat. You have to get them to eat. But you can still use, like what I do with the bone broth or tuna. It's a healthy way to get them to eat their food pretty readily. And you're not adding a bunch of junk to their food. You're adding something that they would, bone broth is just boiled bones. You probably know that. Yeah. But, it's really good for them. It has a lot of nutrients packed into it. So it's a good supplement that they like to.
Good for humans too.
So yeah, there's definitely ways you can entice your dog. Even like if I don't have bone broth, I usually always have cheese in the house. Little teeny tiny itty bitty pieces of cheese broken up and sprinkled in the food and mixed in. It'll get them to eat it in a heartbeat because you make the pieces too small to actually pick out. So they have to eat the food along with the cheese.
Oh, that's smart.
Yep. And cheddar cheese is insanely smelly. I mean, I take the bag out and I'll be still standing at the fridge and I'll have it in the fridge and I'll barely open one corner of it. And Chloe just instantly perks up with her nose going 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
she does that when I open the sharp cheddar. She'd be like, she's in there.
What do you mean it works for pills? I don't understand.
If you take liverwurst and take the dog's pill and wrap the liverwurst, like mold it around the pill,
Oh,
usually you can trick a dog into taking a pill because they're so focused on the liverwurst that they don't taste the pill.
Yeah.
gotcha.
And most dogs swallow. You know, they're not known to chew and flavor the taste.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I used to trick her in the pills. That or liver cheese, you know, wrap it up. And
Yep.
ball it.
Peanut butter.
Or peanut butter. Oh God, peanut butter. Jesus.
Yeah, if you put the pill in a glob of peanut butter and then wipe that glob of peanut butter on the roof of their mouth, they spend a half
Okay.
hour licking the roof of their mouth, and in the process, they swallow the pill, and they don't even notice it because it's in with the peanut butter, and they can't help but to keep swallowing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Country Rose Love Gift. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Can't hardly find a good liver cheese anymore, man. They just most time I find it, it's Brian's or whatever the hell that company. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
It's not very good at all. I
nah,
don't think.
me either. But it's hard to find around this area because I guess nobody likes to eat it. I know up north I had no problem. You know, in Chicago, man, you know, when it come to liver cheese and broth and, you know, bratwurst and shit like that, it was easy to find. Come down here,
So,
I don't eat that shit.
is Braunschweiger the same as liverwurst?
It's close, but it's different.
Yeah, it's a close race, but it's a whole different ballpark. Yeah.
But Braunschweiger is just as smelly as liverwurst. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, but I love Braunschweiger, but I don't like liverwurst.
Well, it does
What?
have a different taste. So.
Yeah, but it's not, I don't know. I like both, so it'd be hard for me not to eat either one. I like my favorite cheese. Most people can't even stay in the room when I open it.
What?
Gouda.
Oh yeah.
I love Gouda.
But when you open that up and you're not used to that smell, it will chase you out of the room.
It'll gag a maggot if you're not used to it.
But it's
Gag
one
a
of the deals.
maggot.
You can smell it yourself, and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe them!" And when you put it in your mouth, it's like a whole different world.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't buy it often because she can't stand it. And, you know, when you open that, there's no hiding it. It's one of the deals that goes, "Hello,
I'm here."
remember me?" I'm gonna hang. Your husband's gonna eat about a pound of me, and I'm gonna hang around for the smell wise for about 2 days until he starts farting, and it'll come back again.
I was about to say that, but I was trying to chew my food.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 days later when he's farting. Oh, honey, what the hell?
Oh my God. Okay. You said fart, so of course I have a fart story.
Yeah.
My dad and mom and I were unloading this horse trailer today, and my dad all of a sudden puts down this box that he was about to carry to the barn, goes around the side of the trailer, and all of a sudden you hear this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell was that? And my mom just starts laughing. She's like, that was your dad's butt.
Oh no.
I'm like, he comes back and I'm like, damn, Dad, it sounded like your butt was calling for help.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the topic for a second, and I won't say any channel names, okay? But there's this channel of, I think the person is a little out there, but anyway, So this new thing where you can join now on different people on different careers. Anyway, so he set it up where you hit join. It's $30 a month, but it allows you to chat in his live stream. He's had an person do it.
I've not heard of anybody with a join button charging $30 a month.
$30 a month in order to chat in his live stream. Otherwise, you can't.
To be on panel or to actually just be in the chat?
Just be in the chat.
What the hell does this guy think his shit's made of gold?
Yeah.
Shit. Wrangler Star has like millions of subscribers, and he's like $5 a month. And you actually get good, knowledgeable information from him about surviving disasters and prepping and things like that. So
the only thing you get from this guy is that if he could love on himself anymore, I think we'd have a sexual act happening.
Wow.
Just saying.
That's pretty insane to be so conceited that you think people want to pay $30 a month for your fucking company.
$30 a month. I was like, wow.
If I'm going to spend $30 a month on somebody, it's going to be my husband or my best friend.
Yep. I'd spend $30 a month on you, Susan.
Ah, thanks, Cindy.
But I just thought that was wild.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'm getting ready to say that's illegal in some states now.
It should be illegal. That's ridiculous.
Well, and what's crazy is that YouTube's okaying it.
Yep.
But the thing they found out that I thought was a riot is that if you join and you paid your $30, he can't delete your comment and he can't kick you out of the room.
Funny.
Because you paid.
Yep.
Yeah, excuse me, but no.
You have see-through vegetables, Anthony.
That's because that's Brussels sprouts, so they're green.
Oh, I wondered what was going on. I thought it was me for a minute.
I'm eating nothing. See, I'm on a diet. I'm eating nothing. See,
Oh,
Doc, I'm on a
didn't
diet. Look, Doc, I'm on a diet. See, it's so diet, it's see-through.
See, and I would be the one that you would convince, and I'd feel horrible for you and worry about you. So don't do that.
Yeah, Seth, he's going live later on.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with y'all though. I'm sorry if I think you're worth something. I'll support you, but you're not gonna force me to pay $30 just to say hi.
Yep.
Man, no way. I don't care who you are. You can be somebody famous, and I still don't think you're worth $30 to talk to.
Exactly. I mean, like
Yeah.
Wrangler Star. Well, Ken said he's got 1.5 million subs.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to pay to join him. I mean,
I don't care if you had 82 million.
yeah, I get plenty of information and I have a good time when I hang out in his chats when he does a live stream and stuff. And I don't see any reason
Nope.
to pay for the privilege of hanging out. What?
That's why a lot of
Well-
people I knew that had Patreon, they got away from it because they felt like it's forcing people to pay to be there.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, and then what was so funny that made me laugh really hard was that, okay, one person did it. So he's basically trying to talk to that person. Well, the person either got tired of chatting or was busy doing something else, so wasn't answering his questions. So then he turns the audience to talk to us, and we're like, I'm thinking, why are you talking to us? We can't answer you. You're talking to nobody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the other guy was in the background trying to get a refund.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what people were saying that I was talking to away from it, is that because he had said, well, this is really great, but I don't get my money until next month. And everybody was saying that person's going to do a chargeback and you're going to be in trouble.
Yep.
Because 90% of the people that go in there are trolls anyway. So his thing is, this is going to stop the trolls. Well, but you're also going to stop the people who really want to watch you.
And I mean, if I was a determined enough troll and I wanted to really mess with somebody, I'd pay that $30 so he couldn't get rid of me.
Right.
Well, that's what I think that person did, because David looked him up or her. Oh, and this was what was so damn funny. He's so stupid. So you see the picture. It's a beautiful girl. And he kept calling her bro, bro, bro. Finally, she wrote, quit calling me bro. I'm a woman. He goes, oh, I didn't look close enough. Oh my God. The one person who paid it and you didn't even know.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know. I mean, looking at it, at least from where I'm at right now, that doesn't sound like something I would ever be interested in, because it just excludes people. And that's not what my channel is about.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
I guess I don't feel, I mean, it amazes me that people actually want to just sit and chat with me and hang out, wow, okay. Especially when we get like 20, 25 people in the chat, it's like, wow,
You ever see you said the magic word, hang out and chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really don't see where anybody would want to pay for the privilege of doing that.
Well, and can you imagine, Susan? One person is allowed to chat in your or type in your room. Everybody else is watching and can't do nothing. I mean, wouldn't you I'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would too. Hey, Dave Larson. Poop to you too.
Hi, Dave Larson. Poopy.
Yeah, I can't remember that guy. He was talking about that today. He's making a shitload of money on YouTube. And he don't do much with it. And people were asking him, why don't you do this and this and this and this and this, to add to your content? He said, well, he says, I'm a thinker. He said, the money, I'm making it while I can. And I'm putting it back. Because I know eventually people are going to wise up and not pay assholes like me to sit on YouTube all day long when they can go and have an actual life, So, but he said, as long as I can milk that cow, I'm going to stash it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and the other thing is you get special emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I love my emojis, but I ain't going to spend $30 a month so I can have special emojis.
Yeah.
Exactly, Olivia. Come whine with me, however you want to spell it.
Come on.
Because I really here
Hi, Olivia.
I hurt, but no point in that. So.
Yep.
I could use Chloe for a drum set. Different
Oh, gee.
make different sounds when I pet her.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Kind of like we did when we was kids and Dad was passed out on the recliner with no shirt on. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
good.
I have like 2 emojis that I use on a regular basis, and
Yeah.
you know, that wasn't what I was raised with really, so I never really got that much into it. I like the sideways laughing face with the tears because that portrays that I'm trying to tell a really funny joke, even if I'm not reading.
Well, you know, people don't realize emojis first started was to give people to be able to give a character to what they were trying to say.
Well, I used to, I would like end my sentences with a colon and a parenthesis, which was a smiley.
My face, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But-
why you used to do it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Or the quotation is with the little, you know, to make it look like it's winking.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Put a P instead of the parentheses, and it would have its tongue hanging out. And
Yeah.
yeah, back when emojis were hard to make.
Well, I tell people the reason they come out with emojis so people can give an expression about what they were saying because, you know, that's like I tell people, there's jokes that you can tell face to face because you can see the reaction. But then there's jokes you can't just type out because people fucking going to take it wrong every time.
Yep.
Especially nowadays. I told a joke early this morning about 9 o'clock, and I think 2 people giggled, and I was like, "What? Too soon?"
I was in a room this a while back, and they were talking politics, and this one guy put a bunch of snowflakes. Sure enough, and I knew this was going to happen. Sure enough, somebody goes, "Oh, you're getting snow!" Wow.
Yeah, I would have just went, "Yeah, I'm getting snow."
Yeah, that's it. Sure. No, he goes, "No, but you're trying to, no, but I'm getting snowed." And I went, "Oh, damn."
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not a good SJW.
No.
But you are a good girl.
Thank you, Gaffa.
Ken sent me a joke yesterday, and I just put it in the chat. I've sent it to a bunch of you, but just in case you missed it, because I just think it's so freaking funny. Here it is. Sorry about the atrocious punctuation. Eli's doing a panel on the origin of witches.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know how bad. I would love to go over there and just see what his information is.
Yeah.
All I can say is I can only imagine. Hi, Jerry. Sweet one.
Hey, Wicked, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Take it easy.
Yep.
Thanks
Bye,
for
man.
playing. Well, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm going to jump down to type in the chat, but I just mostly wanted to ask about Vader because I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's it. I would call it a stress reaction, basically.
Why, Cindy? Why are you jumping down to type in the chat?
Yeah, you can stay up here and hang out with us. You don't need to jump down.
I'd prefer it.
Did I jump down to chat?
No, that you stay up here and talk to us.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Unless you really, really need to be down into the chat, I don't see any need for you to leave.
We won't.
I can't ogle you in the chat, all right?
Well, you could, and just you'd have 5 other people going, "You talking to me?"
Cindy, were you in chat? It was either, I think it was yesterday, either yesterday or the day before, when Gaffa asked Dreams to show him her tits, and she pulled
Mhm.
up crocheted boobies.
Yep.
Oh, I missed it.
She'd
were
been working on. She'd
fantastic.
been working on them for about a week or so. Silly thing is, she didn't realise I already knew that she was crocheting them. I got wind of it.
She gave it away
Oh,
just about as soon as she started. So
so all right, I'll play the possum. I'll sit back and wait for her to do it. I'm actually put all that work into it. I'm not even sure what kind of reaction I put in. I think I tried to feign something. But no.
it didn't work very well.
Didn't go over well, huh?
Oh God. It's like when my nephew, his dad bought him a truck, but he'd already found out about it and walked in the shed and seen it. And everybody told him, "Well, don't let your dad know, you're gonna crush him." And the funny thing is, on the day he presented the truck to him, as the Christmas present, his dad was all excited and showing him the truck, and he was trying to play along as best he could. And his dad gets in and he's trying to get it started, and the son just goes, "Oh, you got to wiggle it up and down."
Oh no.
And his dad just turned around, "You been in here, haven't you, you bastard?" He knew right then that the surprise was dead, gone.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, I will definitely say that Dreams has some very, very good talent when it comes to crocheting, because what she crocheted was not an easy thing to do, and she did it flawlessly.
Well, and Jerry, I've seen other things she's done. She's very talented. As somebody who has Parkinson's, I appreciate even that much more because there's no way I can do that.
Yep.
I'm just a little bit butthurt she wouldn't let me squeeze them.
Man.
She can send them to you, then you can squeeze them all you want.
Hey, Cindy, since you're here, I'll show you what they look like now.
Oh, okay.
My dad has Parkinson's too, Cindy.
There you go, Cindy.
What?
There's a picture of him.
Look on the screen.
Oh, holy smoke alolies.
Mine look good.
I do too. She did put a lot of hard work in it, but I want to know what she used for molds for the booby part.
I think
No, she had a pattern.
Yeah. She had a pattern.
I think the pattern was actually taken from Susan's boobs, but we won't go down that road.
no, they wouldn't be that perky at all.
All right, Susan's boobs in her younger days.
Well, really younger days.
Yeah. Way. There's my wife.
I had my first child at 19. Really younger days.
All right, Anthony. I wasn't going to say she's that old, mate. Damn. Way. Yeah, all right.
No. Way back in the younger days. Before
Wasn't that long ago?
Before life and before boys.
And before she got the walking stick and the walking frame and
Well, David hurt his knee. Just heard something, and his knee gave out and he fell.
Oh no. Has he talked to a doctor about that yet?
No, Susan, no. And if y'all happen to see him, please tell him, because he's a full-grown adult. I can suggest it, can't make him go to the doctor, but he don't listen to me.
Of course not.
Thanks, Susan. Now you got her on a rant. We tried to avoid the rant, all right? We knew the rant would come up, and you had to do it. So, How goes the packing, Susan?
Well, we got the horse trailer here, and I spent quite a bit of the day at my parents' house helping them unpack it, which it was a slow process because they had to sort through everything and figure out what they were keeping and what they were getting rid of and all that stuff. And so, but tomorrow we're back at it.
Were they using it for storage?
We're up and then keep packing stuff. And
were they using it for storage?
Pretty much.
my dad had taken it to North Dakota. He's got a 10,000 square foot building in North Dakota, and
oh wow,
horse shit in it. I mean, my dad is. You guys think I'm a pack rat? My dad is way, way, way worse than I am. And part of it's because he's a lot older, so he's got a lot more years of shit accumulated. But he literally today, for the first time, he was actually throwing away papers and memos and, you know, stuff pertaining to jobs he's had over his career. And he finally was throwing that away. I mean, okay, Anthony, do you remember when computers were programmed with cards?
Yeah.
He had boxes and boxes and boxes of blank computer cards.
Wow.
And then they went to the tape.
Wow.
Paper that's about yay wide, and the holes are punched in the paper. He had boxes and boxes and boxes of computer tape.
Yeah. Well, see, at the time he had it, it's probably because they were still using it, and he said, "Oh, this is worth money."
But he's moved several times since then, and every single time he has insisted upon keeping that shit.
No.
And
Something
today,
like it ain't worth nothing.
finally got rid of it. He got rid of all of the, like he had all the manuals for how to operate all the computer systems at the gasification plant up in Beulah. He finally got rid of all that because not only does he not work there, but now all that is outdated.
Right.
You know, and finally, when I told him that, I'm like, Dad, this manual is literally usable for toilet paper, and that's it.
You're gonna kick yourself if somebody goes, "Oh, does anyone ever know where you can get some of those computer cards? I've got a computer. I'd just like to keep, you know." And all of a sudden, oh damn, I just saw a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No. Most of them computers.
Okay, guys, Dave. Oh, first of all, Jerry, thank you, and second of all, David just is sitting next to me, so I'm giving him the phone so you all can yell at him.
I ain't scared. I'm too stupid to be scared.
David,
what are we yelling at? Hold on, Cindy, please refresh our mind. What are we yelling at him for, so I make sure I don't word it wrong?
He won't go get his knee checked.
Oh yeah, David. Are you a fool? Are you an idiot? Are you completely stupid? Go see the friggin' doctor, dude. You want to have that limp for the rest of your life?
Well, I've already got a limp on the other side. This kind of matches it out.
Take my word for it. Years of limping, your back sucks, dude. Go get it looked at.
Let me just tell you, I know that Ken has beat the shit out of his knees and the rest of his body, but he did not go get it checked out when injuries happened. And now he's paying the price for his knees and his back. And in all seriousness, we worry about you. We love you, David. And if your knee's actually giving out on you now, you need to get it checked. There's something wrong.
Not only that, David, you might get COVID-19 in it if you don't go get it looked at.
Well, if they say if he could even get it looked at right now.
Hello, mascot. Well,
yeah, that
situation, he probably can.
Right.
Anthony, you're not helping. Anthony, you're not helping. All right, you're not helping here. We're trying to convince him to go get it looked at, not give him an
I'm just
excuse.
saying, I've been to the doctors in the hospital lately. Trust me. You ain't getting in unless you fucking dying.
Hello, gamer.
But at least you went to the doctor to find that out. He ain't even doing that.
Or even just calling it, which is what they prefer now.
Right.
If you even just call and say, this is what happened, you know, and this is what's been happening since I injured it, you know,
David, this is an intervention because your mother has asked us to come around your house and beat you with baseball bats till you actually go to the hospital, all right? And we're trying to think of another way of doing it. So this is us yelling at you. Please go do it because I really don't want to come around there and beat you with a baseball bat, all right?
Well, beating with baseball bats, they'd be like, "Oh, he's injured." Well, while you're taking care of my injuries, why don't you go ahead and X-ray my knee? All right. Originally I just wanted to say hi. So hi. I'm reminded of the Elton. Hi. I'm reminded of the Elton.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm reminded of the Elton John song, "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" No.
Give me my phone. Be gone with you, child.
Well, it just reminds me of the other old saying, he is his mother's son.
Hey, I'm getting my stuff taken care of.
You're stubborn, woman. Don't argue. You're stubborn.
I am. And I wouldn't have even done anything about this. It's just I happened to go get adjusted on my DBS system, and my other neurosurgeon looked at me and she went, "What's this?" Aw, damn.
You wouldn't have gone and looked at it if David hadn't have frowned at you.
Yeah.
So,
That's the problem
David,
with taking him. That's the
David,
problem with
she's
taking him
frowning
to
at
the
you, mate. She's
doctor with
frowning at
me.
you.
He is, when he goes to the doctor with me, he rats me out about everything. He's a butt munch.
David, she's frowning at you, all right? This is the way you do it to her. She's doing it back. Start listening.
Okay, I'll listen.
I'll listen, that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's
See, look.
because I know Gaffa can't get on a plane and come to use baseball.
Don't you, buddy, get kidding me, guy. I will turn up with a baseball bat.
Oh, he heard you, David Arthur. Ooh.
Won't be a waffle bat either.
And I wouldn't be arguing with people when you got a name like David Arthur. Damn, dude.
Once again, how does the song go, son?
Can you feel the love tonight? No.
All right.
Hey, explain my
If you
parents.
don't go to the doctor, I'll send Gamer around with a sausage.
Oh, snap. You better go.
Hello, Gamer.
Hello, Infinite.
And just so you know, David, if you've never been sodomized by a guy with a sausage from England, then look out.
Hey, what did we get?
I think that wasn't showing the address side.
No, why not? We'll get over it.
Hold on, I'll hold that barcode up so I can scan it and find out who it came from.
I'm a product tester, and this is the latest product that I'm going to be testing.
The Gappa product tester.
Yeah.
Hold on. She got her diamond eye stills.
Product tester. Booby-shaped ice cubes. We know what products you're testing.
They're not booby shaped; they're diamond shaped.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, David.
Go the friggin' doctor.
Bye. Bye, David.
I can carry you there myself if I have to.
Oh, that would be hilarious to see you try to carry me.
last year I might have been able to carry, but it's not so good this year, right?
Oh, wow. Okay, I got it. So
Yeah.
that's the ice cube tray. And
Oh,
then
So you pour it in the hole.
it's a little silicone funnel. You stick it in the hole and you fill it.
Hey, look, you got an emergency.
hold on. So that's the nipple. Where's the rest of the boob?
Hey, Susan.
Yes.
Just think of this. Now you got an emergency foldable Peabody.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of the wrong shape.
Well, you know, hey, you know, that's what
my
happens
gosh.
when you're overseas.
Don't worry, Susan. We'll give you a hand to make it work.
I'm sure you will.
Bit of butter in that funnel, and I'd give it a go.
Hey, Candy.
Hey, Candy.
Hey, Candy.
Hey, maybe you can come up with something new with them. Tell them you invented a new pocket foldable Peabody.
Oh, well, unfortunately, real-blooded men I have to think about somebody's body parts.
Yeah.
That's all we ever do. How do you reckon the world goes round?
Yeah.
Only reason why Columbus discovered America is because a female was sailing there first.
Oh my gosh.
Well, think about it, Cindy. Why do you think they have female figureheads on the front of ships? Because a man
Why?
will follow a woman anywhere.
That's just wrong.
He's got a good point, though.
Seth David will, well, let me think. Okay. I'm so like, he just turned 28 in November.
Yeah, Jerry. And unfortunately, Anthony's her husband, because if he was related to her that way, there'd been a real mob of hurt.
No, it wouldn't. I'd be like, welcome to Arkansas.
Oh, jeez.
This is my auntie.
Okay, so just Anthony, since you said that, guy I was talking about that's doing the $30 set, he's from Arkansas. Just saying.
Oh,
Wow.
well, bless his little heart.
Alexa.
Arkansas,
What's your
Tasmania, what's the
notification?
difference?
One new notification from
Yeah.
Amazon. Ice cream trays has arrived.
Yeah, just open them. Thank you very much.
Jerry, causing trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, he's not my brother either. He's my husband too.
Well, I
And
wonder
no,
why
Jerry-
Donna was singing in the background. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. I was confused.
And Jerry, the reason Anthony is my husband, not my brother, is not because he swings that way. It's because it's for legal reasons. He can get away with a lot more on tax.
Yeah. Yeah. We call that domestic partnership. Yeah. You get better tax break.
I have a friend who lives with another woman. They're both heterosexual, but they've been roommates for like 20 years. And everybody always thought they were a couple. They aren't. But because everybody at the other girl's work thought that they were a couple, she's able to put her on her health insurance. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Works for me.
This little guy and a girl did that shit, but they went a little too far with it though. Because she never went anywhere and she ended up pregnant. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
Jerry, you're in the channel where we mess with each other. Dude, that's what we do. Right now, I'm messing with Cindy. Why do you reckon she's giggling so much? She likes it when I mess with her.
She's just a giggler.
I was like, I'm an easy target.
Hey, don't say that too loud, man. You have extra eyes outside your window.
Anthony.
Your neighbors will be going, boys, why you over there in that window? We got it on video. She said she was easy.
Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, dude, you'll say, oh my goodness, the Gap will be there and say, take a number, fuckers, I'm here first.
I found a picture of a cat doing a really good job social distancing and wearing her face mask.
Oh my gosh, how cute is that?
That's what the creepy eyes cut out.
There's a video of a golden retriever, I think, that the owner taught to put a face mask on itself.
Yeah.
Freaking
wow.
You seen the one where it was a video of a dog and the person sneezes and the dog hurries up and puts his mask on?
That's the one I'm talking about. That's the dog.
I'm like, holy crap.
I thought it would be funny if I taught my dogs to like cover their noses when I sneeze, but the whole mask thing is at a completely different level of training.
Yeah.
My dogs think it's a game. I'm like, stop it. Stop it. I'm trying to do something good here. Stop it.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe. How are you, friend?
Joe sent me a message the other day saying that he was back working for the fire department. So that is why he has not been around lately.
Well, lifting you in prayers for your safety, Joe.
Definitely. Why are you whining at me, Chloe? What do you want? Want blankies? There you go. There you go.
So, Donna, I am going to message you on Facebook because due to my sister's greed, she took all my grandma's doilies. I don't have any left. I mean, there was a stack of like 20. So I just couple so I can just have, I know they're not my grandma's, but just the memories. Yeah, she took the whole stack.
Wow.
My sister's greedy.
That would be one of those things where you take the stack of doilies and divide it up among everybody, so everybody's got at least one or two to remember Grandma by.
Yep. Well,
My family fought over my grandma's shit so freaking bad, but she did one thing right. She left me in charge. I burnt every motherfucking one of them.
Wow.
That's how bad they pissed me off. I put them in the center of the yard, threw gas on them, threw a box of matches at it, and let it burn.
Wow.
Is it just me that, but did, after Susan sorting out some of her house and packing up stuff she hasn't seen for a long time, all of a sudden she comes up with a used condom doll picture on her avatar?
Yeah.
Well, it's a cat. It's not a condom. I've never seen a blue condom with eye holes in it.
I have one I
That's
pulled
how
one
you-
over my nephew's head, but yeah.
That's how you get preggers. But my sister, like I told you before, Susan. I think I told Gaffa. But anyway, no, my sister's very greedy. My sister let my house go almost to auction because she cashed out stuff she shouldn't have as the remaining child. She didn't bother to tell them that she had a sister.
Wow.
She got all the money, and the taxes on the house have not been paid, which they're supposed to be paid for through that trust.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Family and money, two things that just don't go together.
Well, I made this stupid mistake when I was younger, and I said, when I was talking to when my parents were both alive, and my sister was there, and I said something stupid. My parents said, well, Cindy, you get this house. I'm like, I know. And Kay, you'll get this, but you be fair to your sister. And I told my parents, I'm so dumb. I'll never fight with my sister over money.
Yeah.
She took it literally.
Wow. Yeah.
She has about $600,000 of mine.
Wow.
Let me put to you this way. I'm struggling so they don't put my house up for auction. My sister owns a small airport in one of the surrounding small towns in Albuquerque. She owns an airport.
Wow.
Hold on, I'm lost. So your sister owns an airport just so your house would be put up for auction?
No. What I'm saying is, if she had divided the money like she was supposed to, my house wouldn't be in trouble, and I don't think she'd be owning an airport. The fact of the matter is, she kept all the money. She owns an airport, and I'm fighting to keep my house.
Wow.
Well, maybe you should put wings on your house and go land on a friggin' airport.
Your money?
What, Susan?
She won't ask you even though it's supposed to be your money?
Yes, ma'am.
Damn.
That's the way family is.
Yep.
Well, you think I live in a house of people that call me family and they're not even blood?
Yep. That's
really.
I was just about to say, at least as adults, we have a choice who our family is going to be.
Mine is the Redneck Connection. Praise God for that.
Amen.
Unfortunately, though, Cindy, we don't own an airport, or we'd sell it so you could save your house.
Aw, I love you so much,
Look.
Gaffa.
Maybe we ought to go raid her airport. I reckon everybody should pick up as many COVID-19 patients as they can and dump them in the middle of their airport.
And then what the kicker is, she's a nurse practitioner. The woman makes bank.
Wow.
Yeah, and then not only do we just dump them in the middle of the airport, we get them to cough up and hoik up as much bloody phlegm as they can and just spit it all over everything.
Really? Now I could get on board with that.
Well, you got to imagine, Cindy, that right now, even the major airports are literally down by 75% in their travelers that come through. So a little small airport, like what I'm imagining she owns, they might be completely shut down right now. Because I know the Snohomish Airport out in Washington State completely shut down.
I can only hope.
So
I know that's not going to help you save your house or anything, Cindy, but I hope it makes you feel good about everything. Though.
It does.
Sausage.
That makes me
Yes.
feel real good about stuff. I love sausage.
We might even be able to get Gamer to deliver some sausages over there, land them right in the middle of the bloody medium strip and watch them go off.
Watch them go off.
Yeah, Joe, my
place stinks.
understanding is that, like, SeaTac Airport which is an international airport that's open, and they're allowing international flights to come in for people to come home to the United States. And I believe LaGuardia in New York is open on the East Coast doing the same thing. But those are the only two airports in the country receiving people coming home from overseas.
Oh, there's a good idea. Let's get everyone fly into the area where COVID is really, really bad. You know.
Well, they're literally putting them all on buses and taking them to quarantine. They have no choice. They're all of their belongings, you know, like their luggage and stuff, is collected and brought to them. You know, they literally get off the plane onto the tarmac, get on a bus, and go. They don't go into the airport at all.
Nope.
So,
Joe, I live in Albuquerque and we have an international airport, and I can tell you that the number of flights that come in is so few and far between.
Yep.
Well, we have a lot of them leaving here, but they're leaving here for one reason only.
And?
With flying all the illegals are picking up back to their origin of country.
Wow.
Really?
The only reason that any planes are getting into Albuquerque is because they want to turn left when they get there.
That's not fair.
I should have turned left at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's the only joke that's ever gone around the world about Albuquerque, all right?
As Buck says, the last time I get directions from a duck.
Or follow the directions of a bloody bunny, because he don't turn left at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a bit awesome.
Joe said his international airport around his area became an Air Force base. Now you can't get anywhere near it. He actually had to go there for a load of personal protective equipment.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we have an Air Force base here in Albuquerque too, and you can't get anywhere near it.
Mm-mm.
Get off my turkey, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
He took my turkey, Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You know, I could actually
Was Albuquerque in need of turkeys?
the DVD.
Maybe.
I could actually get out the DVD with that Bugs Bunny video on it. For you. Yes, I own it. It's a whole 2.5 hours of nothing but movies.
Yes, but the moment you play it, you'll be hit with a copyright slide.
Yeah.
True.
And I'm not editing another video.
True, but that's so funny. You have that too. That cracks me up.
I used to have two of them. I used to have two different ones. And when I left my ex-boyfriend, the only thing that we argued about was those stupid Looney Tune videos, and we ended up splitting them up. So he got one and I got one.
Wow. Oh, Joe, you've been to the Air Force Base here in Albuquerque. I've been on there for different reasons. I think it's beautiful, and thank you for saying that.
I wish they could use another airport besides the one 14 miles from my house, because let me tell you, I don't know if you ever been around one of them C-5 Galaxians when they take off. It fucking shakes everything in your house.
They fly really low over our area.
Yeah.
Where we are is not considered to be in town.
Right.
So, we're considered rural.
That's
so
the way we are. Yeah.
They can fly wherever they want. They can fly as low as they want over us. Sometimes the fighter jets and like the big cargo planes will fly in formation so low you can see pilots.
Oh yeah.
It's
when they got their new those new F-35s, they were buzzing the shit out of the treetops around here.
Yep.
Let me say, Joe Coppola, the reason why Albuquerque Air Force Base is so beautiful is because it's not owned by a friggin' sister and full of COVID-19 patients, all right?
That was good.
Tell you what, them C5 Galaxians give you a whole new meaning when they fly low over you.
Yeah.
Jesus, them things are huge, man.
Does your sister realize how famous she is with all these jokes about her on YouTube?
If I was talking to her, I'd let her know.
No, I don't think she'd talk to you afterwards if you let her know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I gotta go. I'm gonna go bed. I'm gonna take a bath. What you want? I'm gonna take a bath. I'm gonna go get you again. You ready? Yeah.
You gotta go get wet, Anthony?
Nah, she got fleas are coming out and they're bugging the shit out of her, and I can't get her freaking medicine because none of the vets are open.
You should be able to call the vet's office.
I had to make an appointment and I had to wait till they video call.
Okay, well, at least they're doing that.
Well, I know, but in the meantime, she's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
And so you're going to give it a garlic bath?
Oh, jeez.
What? That's how you keep fleas off dogs for at least 2 or 3 days. Is to what?
Yeah,
I've been doing garlic bath. The fleas won't go near her.
Yeah. Well, that and 90% alcohol, but I don't like using that much on her because it dries her skin out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. But the garlic itself, you can put garlic oil into the skin. It does get rid of the fleas.
The other thing that works good is brewer's yeast tablets.
Yeah.
If you have
but
those.
you got the same thing. You got to wait for them to start working, Susan. That could be 2 or 3 days before the system starts processing. Garlic baths are instant. The fleas just start jumping into the bath. They'd rather be in the bath than on the dog with all that garlic all over them.
See you later, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
It was really
enjoy your dinner.
Hold on, before you go, Joe, what are you having?
I tell you, one thing that works on fleas real good, and they hate it, Dawn dish liquid.
Yep.
They hate, I don't know what's in that shit, but it kills them like instant.
Well, and the thing that my vet told me to do is when I rinse the dogs, rinse them with a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it.
Yeah.
Because the fleas hate apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, because the sour smell.
Yep. Oh, go enjoy your pizza, Joe.
Have a bite for me, dear.
Well,
I thought Cindy'd be interested.
Beanie, knock it off. You're going to rub a hole in your back. Well, stop.
I did what to who, Gaffa?
I thought you'd be interested in what he had to eat.
I am. I'm so damn hungry.
You're calling that beanie.
Damn, well, go eat, girl.
We'll take a bath.
Don't tell me you got nothing to eat. The end of the couch is tasty after a while.
Poor baby girl. Yeah,
I'm only going to say, the only thing I'm going to say, and I hope he's not listening, but the only thing I'm going to say is my son eats, and my son and my dogs eat first. That's where my money goes.
Yeah.
I haven't got my check yet.
You're not going to. You're going to be last on the list. They already said they're going to get the workers first. All the workers that's on unemployment, and then it'll be all the Social Security and then disability.
Well, and I don't mean to be rude, and I'm not knocking, I'm glad others have gotten theirs. But my thing is, if I'm on SSI disability, I'm probably one of the poorest people out there.
Yeah, but you already have a guaranteed check coming to you the first of the month, so you're not a priority.
These checks are supposed to be to help the people that have lost their incomes.
Yeah.
You haven't lost your income, so this is to help the people that have lost their income. And then they're going to give it to the rest of the country. So
So did nobody click on that link that Anthony sent out about the guy who was having a go at the government, saying, you know, come on, this ain't bloody good enough. Pull your finger out.
Yeah, he's got a point, but the thing is, the way they're dishing it out, they're getting all the lost wage earners, and then they're going to get the rest of them.
Yep.
I know, but then the government's saying, you know, put a hiatus and what it is, and he's right. When you go back to work, they're going to start expecting their money, and you're going to go, damn, dude,
Well,
I need to earn it first.
I had one call me at 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious, bro?" No. Well, we can't get a hold of her, and she's behind on a payment. I said, she's probably going to be behind on several payments because nobody's got any fucking money. They're not working. She's not an essential worker, so her job was shit canned by nobody's fault. Yeah.
There you go, Cindy. Joshua Williams says, if you're hungry, use baby oil and Listerine.
No, if your dog has fleas, use baby oil.
That was a conversation 10 minutes ago. What are you talking about? We're talking about Cindy being hungry.
Yeah, I've been doing
I thought Joshua was telling me to go eat Listerine and baby oil. I'm like, no, I'll stay hungry.
Listerine will kill the fleas, and baby oil will keep them from being able to hang on to the dog.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Cindy, it wouldn't be too bad. We had Ghana last night drinking Everclear. All right.
Oh, geez.
Nah,
She wasn't desperate. She was
It's
bored.
got to be a hell of an irony to be a dog and be allergic to fleas.
Yep.
Which reminds me, Gamer, how is Ghana this morning?
She's okay, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
She said
I don't drink.
Earlier.
She was making a Virgin Mary out of Everclear and tomato paste.
Yeah, it was wrong.
Oh
Bloody
no.
Mary. Bloody Mary. Yeah, it was a bit of a mess. She'll be alright. She'll pull through.
Yeah, she said earlier in chat that she was pretty hungover, so maybe that was in Ron's chat. Yeah, that was in Ron's chat.
Especially if she used anything tomato pure because of the salt content. She was probably dehydrated as hell.
The bad thing wasn't that she was drinking Everclear. It's once she realised it tasted crap, she kept drinking it.
Well,
By
hey,
that time, she was so drunk she didn't care, probably.
that's it.
Welcome back, Wicked.
She didn't know it tasted like crap.
Well, come on, Cindy. You know that old trick. You get some good stuff to get drunk on. That way, by the time you get drunk, all the cheap shit you don't know because you're so drunk, you're just drinking to be drinking.
Yep.
That's when you hit the scrappy cheap beer, you know? Until you wake up.
No, because I don't drink.
No.
So I don't know about that.
No, I'm just saying that's the way it usually goes, you know. That's why bars, you know, they'll serve you some good shit at the beginning, and then they serve you the watered down shit because you're so drunk you don't know the fucking difference in it.
And the drunker you get, the more watered down your drink is.
Yep, because
Really?
By law they're required to do that. You know that, right?
Yep.
Because
No.
if you get in that bar, fucked out of your head and get hurt or hurt somebody, they're responsible for you.
Yep.
Yep, that's why in Australia you have a drink limit. When the barman thinks you've had too much, they kick you out.
Yep.
Well, here they just, like she said, the drunker you are, the more they water it down.
Well, and the other thing is, it's actually up to the bartender's discretion. If you're drinking nicely and not having a problem and just hanging out, they're probably just going to start watering down your drinks after a while.
Yeah.
If you are at all showing that you are intoxicated, they will cut you off.
Yeah, being loud.
Or that you're that you're going to cause trouble or something, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you how many people, because I was a karaoke host, I can't tell you how many people I would just get on my walkie-talkie, call back to the bouncer who was by the front door, and I would give him like the shirt color and pattern and, you know, wearing such and such kind of boots, you know, and that's all I would have to say. And he would wander over, and this dude was twice the size of anybody in that bar.
Wow.
to whoever I described and just stand behind him and watch him. And as soon as he saw something that said they were too drunk, he literally walked in and swooped up their drink and said, "You're cut off." And then they'd usually try to like punch him or fight him. And then he's like, "Oh, not only are you cut off, now you're kicked the fuck out." I can't and half the time it was somebody that wasn't that drunk, but they were just being a pain in the ass. And I wanted them out of my karaoke room.
Yeah.
You would do that too.
I've seen some people. The bar I used to work in, I was a bar back, and I used to watch so many people so fucked up. I've seen the damn bartender basically give them just juice.
Oh, really?
Insanity says, "I was so drunk once they gave me shots of water on the house. I didn't even notice I don't drink now."
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I mean, I've seen where they just put a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of the red, whatever that red shit was, the cherry shit.
Grenadine?
Yeah, grenadine, and squirt a little lemon in it and just hand it to them. And they were so drunk, they'd be like, yeah. Yeah, he basically make them an amaretto sour without the amaretto. Or he put just enough on the top to where when they put their nose to it, it smelled like whiskey,
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, got it.
Well, they would know.
Such a sheltered life.
Well, they would know who would throw a fit about being cut off, so they just make it look like they were still serving them.
Yep.
That way, there's no shit. And he's so drunk, and you're actually helping them out because you're giving them juice with water to hydrate their drunk ass for later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, Ghana.
And
you still charge them $6 for that glass.
The other thing that I discovered was that, like, if I had somebody in there for karaoke that was drinking a lot and was being pretty drunk, I would go get, like one of the big glasses that looks like it's for some kind of special alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
And I would mix it up with like maraschino cherry juice, and instead of just a shot, like it would be, a big 16-ounce glass of mostly tonic water.
Right.
And a little flavor. And I would take it over to them and say, because you're such a good customer, this one's on the house, this one's on me. And they would be pleased with themselves. They'd drink 16 ounces of tonic water.
Yeah.
And start to come down from being so fucking drunk, and then they could actually communicate and sing again. So
So basically, you kind of like dolled it up, the water, so to speak, so they didn't know.
Tonic water will sober you up.
Yep. And usually I did that if it was one of my friends or like a good customer that didn't normally get that wasted,
Hey, Muggsy.
Hey, Muggsy.
Hey, Muggsy.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, you go in the bar to get fucking fish slammed, you're basically blowing money after a certain point because they're basically giving you juice.
Yep.
But you're still paying for that $6 drink.
I was just going to say, and they're charging you the same amount?
Well, yeah, you're drunk. You don't know. Nope.
That's one way bars make money.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Again, I've led such a sheltered life.
Well, no, just like Gaffin said, that's why in certain areas they only serve you 3 or 4 drinks and you're out.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no more. You ain't gonna sit there and power drink. All these college bars, that's why they make such a big amount of money, because after they get so blitzed, they start giving them watered down or basically virgin drinks, and they're so messed up they don't know. And of course, half of them are popping pills they really never know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. I watched one guy sit in the bar. I know he spent about $800, and he probably only got about 6 actual drinks.
Yep.
Of course, come to find out he was messed up on ecstasy too. So.
Oh, geez.
He wouldn't hurt neither way. The bartender probably did him a favor serving them fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That the ecstasy would just like double or triple the effects of the alcohol.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that bartender, depending on how much ecstasy he took, that bartender could have saved his life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, it's a win-win situation. He said, people said, well, they still charge the full price. I said, yeah, but technically they're babysitting your ass.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
And I have never ever seen people more dedicated to their regular customers than bartenders.
mhm.
We had one customer that was a regular karaoke. She would order like 1 or 2 drinks a night, never got drunk. One night she came out, her husband had left her, and a bunch of other shit had kind of happened all at the same time, and she got fucking blitzed.
Oh,
And
wow.
at the end of the night, we all kind of stood around because she was literally passed out on a table, and we just let her be for a while, and we kind of did a, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, okay, you're going to take her home.
Yeah.
Aw, that's sweet.
We all lived about the same distance, and we were actually arguing about who was going to get to take her home. And so we had to eeny, meeny, miny, mo, so we quit arguing about it.
Aw, but that's precious story.
And I guess it's one of those things where, okay, yeah, it was a bar, but it shows that, okay, like, she was literally our best tipper. She took care of her wait staff. She took care of the bartenders. She took care of me as a karaoke host. If she was in there, I got a $50 tip guaranteed. And when I played songs that she wanted, it was another $20 tip every time. And like I said, she wasn't getting drunk. She knew what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was wonderful to everybody. She gave hugs. You were just happy to see her. So it was easy to take care of a customer like that.
Oh yeah.
Easy. And so that actually taught me how to treat people that when I go into a store, I want to be that customer that gets remembered because they want to see me, not because I'm the bitch to avoid.
Well, not only that, you treat them right, they treat you right. Because there's many times I passed out in a bar and woke up closed inside the bar.
Yep.
Because they knew I wouldn't, damage it. They knew I wasn't going to rob them or anything like that.
Yep.
Most people would either call you a cab, and if that didn't work, they just call the cops and have them drag you out, put you in the drunk tank.
Yep. Oh, we did that to many people because we didn't know who they were. We'd never seen them before.
Yeah.
Half hour after they arrive at the bar, they're so drunk they're literally passed out at their table.
Yeah.
And we're calling the cops,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember one time I woke up and there was a note on there that says keys underneath here. Just locked the door back out and had it behind, in the back and underneath the mat. The key.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember one bar I used to go to all the time after work and on the weekends. The fact he gave me a key. Yeah. A lot of times he'd run late. He'd say, "Man, go turn the lights on and stuff." I'm on my way, man. Traffic.
Yeah.
That's back when we still had the blue laws. They had certain times they had to be open and certain times they had to be closed. Yeah.
Yep. Welcome back, Donna.
I remember one time he was like an hour and a half late. I was running. He showed up. Everything was going. I said, well, we had a few people got mad because they were wanting mixed drinks. And I'm like, hey, I'm not a bartender. You want a beer? Or you want a whiskey on the rocks? I can handle that. But when you start coming up sex on the beach and the fuzzy navel, I'm like, no. I said, Tom will be here shortly. Right now it's beer and whiskey. What do you want? Beer, whiskey, or draft? Which one you want?
Yeah.
Because technically I shouldn't even been selling it because, I wasn't on the liquor license.
Exactly.
Yeah. He finally showed up. So I'm sure glad you get here, man. Some them chicks down there want some fuzzy navels or some shit. Now I knew how to make certain drinks, like I knew how to make a White Russian. I knew how to make a Colorado Bulldog. You know, that's because it's drinks I like, and I learned to make them in my house. You know.
I used to do contests during karaoke, and
Yeah.
we would have like the funniest song or the funniest singer. We would do a worst singer and a best singer, but the prizes were always a shot, and it was a duck fart. Just simply because I would turn my effects up all the way, and so it'd go duck fart.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah.
Well, Susan, I would always win the worst singer. I would have won every night, hands down.
We would actually have like really good singers that wouldn't quite win the best singer. So then they would turn around and enter for worst singer and like try to sing bad.
Yeah.
And don't worry, folks, no cats were harmed in Susan's singing attempt.
Oh no. I used to tell people I quit going to karaoke because they paid me not to sing. Look, son, you just sit here, drinks are on the house, just don't grab the mic.
Yes, Donna. Lawyers used to buy me drinks to shut up too.
Yeah, I used to talk about my old job I had years and years ago. That's why I always got out of trouble, because I took care of all the lawyers and the court judges that came in there, you know, because they all came there. So I made sure they didn't get the watered down shit. Yeah. When they ordered a scotch, it don't matter if it was 1 or 13. It was scotch all the way through number 13.
We had a group of 10 lawyers that would come in every Friday night and do karaoke.
Yeah.
And a couple of them could really sing. Like, it was surprising how good they could sing. And then the rest of them were just, having fun with it and stuff. But I'll tell you what, lawyers are good tippers.
Yeah, judges are too.
Yep.
I tell you, the best tipper though, where I work, because we got lawyers and judges, and we also got all the local news talent, like the weatherman, the anchorman, and all that. Them some bitch would drop a $50, $100 bill on you in a heartbeat.
Yep.
In a heartbeat, just because they're showing off in front of their friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish that I had now the money that I made.
Oh yeah.
During the year and a half that I hosted.
Yeah.
I actually can't tell you how much I made, because it just slipped through my fingers so fast. But I had everything I wanted right now.
Oh, she can tell you, when I worked at that club, I made anywhere without even trying $400 to $500 a night in tips.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. And I pissed that shit away too as fast as I made it.
Yep. Yeah, because my base pay was $200 a night, and then
a night you made that.
Yeah, and that was from basically I would show up at 6, set up, start the show at 8, go until 1:30, and then tear down and be done by 2:30. So
when I was bar backing, you want to know what I made a day? $45. That was my actual pay, but in tips, I'd clear $300 to $400 a night easy.
Yeah.
A bar back?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I also served too. Certain drinks I could make. I could make the basics like screwdrivers and, Colorado Bulldogs and White Russians, Bright Russians. I can make stuff like that. So when we got busy, I wasn't just bar backing. I was helping the bartender too. Because like if he got a simple like a bar order, a screwdriver, which is basically just orange juice and liquor. Hello. Yeah.
Damn, Donna.
All the bottles in there had the count deals. All you had to do is that was 1 shot. That was 2.
Yep.
If somebody said double, you just.
Joshua, that would be considered a Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say that. That's a Virgin Mary.
I love Virgin Marys, man. I drink them all day long. But I also like the
Me
real
too.
Yeah.
I will never drink another screwdriver in my life. I had my first night of drinking screwdrivers and my last night of drinking screwdrivers when I was 18.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. My friend that I was staying with was living on the second floor of this renovated old mansion in Dakota. And there was a balcony that was shared by everybody on the second floor. The ground, the sidewalk below the balcony was painted with my entire night of screwdrivers.
Well, the bad thing about getting totally messed up on screwdriver is that orange juice is horrible coming back the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'll burn your fucking sinuses, your nostrils.
It sucks. It sucks bad.
You gotta realize that's pure citrus acid coming back with your stomach acid.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, make you want to not eat an orange, for a long time after a good night of screwdriver drunk.
And wicked with sanity, beer with tomato juice is not a poor man's Bloody Mary. What Garner had last night was.
Yeah, well, here we just call that red beer.
Yep, that's red beer here too.
Hey, Gaina.
Gaina. The other thing I will never ever do again is drink. Well, I will never drink Black Velvet.
Gin and tonic? Oh, god damn.
I will never drink Black Velvet again, but I will also never drink any kind of alcohol and eat sunflower seed shells and all.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks.
Coming out your sinuses.
First time I ended up in the emergency room for alcohol poison, I was drinking firewater and Jägermeister all night long.
I'm sorry, folks, but you cannot complain about the taste and the effects of a drink till you've tried Everclear and tomato paste.
When I drank, I loved gin and tonic. I love gin and tonic.
Ooh, man, I've always had bad experience with gin and tonic. Yeah.
I don't drink tonic. I used to occasionally have a gin and tonic. I don't anymore because I found out that people in my family are allergic to quinine in the tonic water.
And it's full of it.
Really?
Yeah.
But right now, to be funny, that's in the same family as that that
hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, so if you was feeling sick right now, tonic water would be something you want to be drinking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I noticed since they announced that on Fox and CBS, tonic water is getting hard to find.
Really, Garner? Only your head hurts after what you were drinking yesterday, girl? There should be a few other parts of your body that should be rebelling against you too.
Yeah, Everclear and tomato paste, we call that a sodium bomb. That's pure sodium you're drinking there.
I call it scary.
Well, it's just all that salt, and the alcohol dehydrates the shit out of you.
Yep.
Yes.
So people don't realize
Garner.
you're hungover because you're dehydrated.
Yeah, Garner's realizing that right about now.
Oh, well, hey, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Yeah, all of a sudden, tonic water and yogurt is hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
When this first started out, yogurt was everywhere. In fact, they were throwing it out because nobody was buying it.
Yep.
Now they can't keep it. It's gone. But the bread and toilet paper's back.
tell you a secret. I get a whole day's worth of what they would consider enough yogurt for a day to help intestines and all that in the form of Yasso bars. Frozen Greek yogurt. The one that I really like is fudge brownie.
Yeah.
Then,
yeah.
And I get to basically eat a fudge bar every day, and it's only 100 calories, and it's good for me.
Speaking of which, Anthony, I went to the supermarket to do my weekly shopping yesterday, and I thought I'd check to see if there was any toilet rolls there. And the shelves they usually have the toilet rolls was covered up with soda.
Yeah.
What did they
And
just
there
give
was
up?
a small section there where there were toilet rolls, and they were asking $1.10 a roll.
The hell?
Yeah. Yeah, but you got to realize they have to import all their toilet paper.
Not here in Australia. We make it where I live. There's a factory only like 2 hours drive from me, and I guarantee you, but they ain't
Well, why
making
y'all
enough
so
to keep up
dry?
with the market. Eh?
Well, because they're not limiting it.
Well, they are. The problem is that they're not making enough to keep Australia going.
I know they cranked up the one was already going here. They doubled it, and then they cranked up the old Georgia Pacific, and them trucks are just steadily in and out of them. So
We thought
we
the same
actually
thing.
got toilet paper now.
They made a big deal about it in the news, saying, "Why the hell are you buying all that toilet paper? If we need more toilet paper, we'll just crank up production." So they went 24/7, and we ain't seen toilet paper on the shelves ever since. And when they do this, it's like $7.70 a bloody packet of 6. Bugger
Well,
you.
you know what? Your government might need to do what our government did to that one they caught over here and fucking stopped them and fined the shit out of them. You know why they cranked up production 3 times, but still couldn't keep up with the local area. You want to know why? They were sending it to China. Yeah. They were exporting.
Wicked, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wicked says the semi truck hauling TP in Texas crashed and burned.
Yeah, it took them 3 days to wipe their ass.
Yeah, like I said, they limit it here, but it's still funny because I keep seeing the same people trying to come back each day to get a pack of toilet paper. And I'm like, bro, I just seen you in here a day ago, and you bought a 24 pack, and it ain't but you and your wife and 1 kid. You're wiping your ass that much, you got a fucking problem. Because me, her, and him's been on a 24 pack for the last month and a half, and still got plenty left.
We bought 2 12 packs when this first started, thinking that we're never going to see toilet paper, and we haven't seen toilet paper in the stores ever since.
Well, the only reason I got what I got because I ordered it off of Amazon. I got a whole case.
I could not get any cases of American toilet paper at all.
Wow.
They were like they just said out of stock. They didn't even say.
Yeah, well, because they sold them out so fast. Yeah, because even the one I got, I went back to go ahead and pre-order another one just, for shits and giggles. That way you have one coming. It said, as soon as I put in that one, I must have bought like the last case.
Yeah.
Because it said, it's shipping. And then I went back to it the next day and it said out of stock.
Yep.
Do not know when it will be,
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm glad I ordered that bitch when I did.
I've got a big commercial roll of toilet paper coming. And then because it was massively cheap. I think I paid $6 for it.
Yeah.
And I looked at that and I'm like, that's not a bad buy. I mean, if it's cheap, you just use a little more or whatever, And then I've got 30 rolls of, I have no idea what brand it is. It's just a white package.
Yeah, I know here they got they allow you 1 24 pack or 2 4 packs.
Yeah.
They will allow you 2 of the 4 pack because it's only 8. So.
I was hoping that all the retards that decided to go and buy heaps of toilet paper would have stocked up by now with the amount of toilet paper that was going through the shopping centre. But no, they're still buying it when it's coming in. It's getting empty straight away. So
it's always
the frick they're doing with it.
That's what I was down here. That's why they finally started checking IDs on certain items because, even the managers were agreeing with us. I'm like, it's funny that I come here every other day and sometimes I just go up there to bullshit with them, but I see the same motherfuckers in line getting toilet paper.
Yep.
Same exact some bitches, man. I'm like, dude, you just got a 24 pack yesterday. There's people here ain't even got a row. Get the fuck out of line.
Yeah.
Really? Hey, Gaffa?
Yeah.
Hey, Gaffa? I want you to know what I it come down to in life. People being so beautiful and wonderful, and they're like, "What can we do for you, Cindy? What do you need?" And I've already gotten a couple cards, and it's been beautiful. And I'm like, I'll take cards and flowers, thank you very much. But instead of wasting your money on that, I want chocolate.
I'll put it this way, Cindy. I will do you a really, really good flavour because there's such a shortage of toilet rolls. Next time I wipe my ass, I'll think of you.
Thank you so much, Gaffa. I could barf.
Wicked. I was saying the same thing the other day. I said, I bet y'all wish they still delivered newspapers now, don't you?
A couple weeks ago, you guys, Ken showed him on his live stream. I went and bought a 50-pack of shop rags from Harbor Freight.
Yep.
You don't need to worry about using a crumpled newspaper because that's uncomfortable.
You know, that's like a
And
few
they're
people,
washable.
Yeah.
that's like a few people that got caught with their pants down. And they bought like a small amount of toilet paper. And they're like, well, it's not going to last. And I can't hardly find anymore. I said, wait a minute. You're stuck at home. You're a non-essential worker. So you're stuck at home, right? Yeah. Why the fuck are you using the toilet paper every day? You're at home. You know, if you're shitting that much, jump in the fucking shower when you're done. Save the toilet paper for where, you know, in case the water goes out or electricity goes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just do what real retards actually do and just sit in it until you can't put up the smell anymore and then go get a knife and scrape it all off.
Oh, good grief. Oh, good grief.
I do like Granddad said. He said, you just spread your ass cheek, stand in front of a fan. When it dries, you get the back scratch and you knock the crust off and you pull your underwear out. Oh.
My gosh.
I remember back in my day, we didn't have no toilet paper. We went out, we shit in the woods, and we used rabbit fur to wipe it off, and then the rabbit ran away.
Oh, gosh.
How's your ass? Pretty good, but the cat's pissed.
I like the cartoon that went around when this all started. It's like a bear standing next to a bunny rabbit, and he says, do you mind if your fur gets dirty? And the bunny goes, no. And then the next frame, the bear has the bunny, and he's wiping his ass with him.
Yeah.
It's the old joke. It's like the bear says to the bunny, do you have problems with shit sticking to your fur? And the bunny says, no. He says, good, and starts wiping his ass with him.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, corn cobs. Yeah. I remember the old corn cobs.
Ew, corn cobs, that would hurt.
I might use corn cobs if I've run out of toilet paper, newspaper, and sandpaper. I'm not sure I want to go to the corn cobs.
That would hurt.
They did it back in the days.
If I want to sandblast my ass, I might actually go down that road, you know?
Oh,
at least there's one
my
good
God.
thing about it. You won't have to worry about the hairs on your ass sticking there any longer because there won't be any.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Just don't do like my uncle did one time when he was young. He just figured he'd shit on the edge of my grandfather's his groin area, and he was in the middle of the night, and he grabbed a bunch of leaves off the deal to wipe his ass with. Didn't realize he was tearing leaves off the tobacco plant.
Oh, no.
Of course, you know what was oozing out of the tobacco plant, right? Pure fucking nicotine.
Nicotine, yes.
His ring was sore for about.
Oh, he ended up in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Nicotine poisoning.
You put nicotine anywhere near your ass, all those mucous membranes right there are going to soak it up instantly into your bloodstream. And I mean,
and don't even go through the liver. Yeah.
No, right to the brain, right. Oh my God, you get so sick from it.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. He had chemical burns too on his ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ended up in the hospital for nicotine intoxication or whatever the hell they call it. Yeah. Well, you know, you've been messing with that shit. You feel those vapes up. If you get enough of that on your hands and down your arm, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I must admit, people who roll their own cigarettes by hand, they have problems. They have itches and rashes and irritation.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least that's dried tobacco, though. But when you pull a fresh tobacco plant, that shit's oozing of nicotine. That's how it keeps bugs off of it.
When I was rolling cigarettes like a couple days a week for my friend, about every half hour I would stop and go wash my hands.
Yeah.
And as long as I did that, I didn't have any problems. But if I didn't do that, after about 3 hours, I would start getting nauseous.
Yep. That's the first sign of the poisoning.
Yep.
You get nausea, sour stomach.
Yeah, and just so you know, you don't have to be a smoker to get nicotine poisoning.
I still got my
other people's
gloves.
cigarettes, you're screwed.
I need to bring them out and show y'all one time. I still have my gloves that went on and went all the way up to your armpit. That way, when you was cutting and pulling, it didn't get on you.
Yep.
Wow.
Are they the ones that have the strap at the back, Anthony?
Huh?
Were they the ones that had the strap at the back or the elastic tops?
Oh no, these slid on like a glove. And
Yeah, no, but there were gloves you used to be able to get that you had to actually tie a buckle up at the back so they wouldn't fall down again.
Oh yeah, it went around the shoulder. Yeah. That way it wouldn't slide down.
Yeah, but then they moved them over to elastic tops.
Right. The ones I have are elastic ones. Yeah.
Anthony, I really thought you were going to say that he wiped his butt and he got and he used
poison ivy.
Oh my! Yes, poison ivy.
No,
Thank
you use tobacco leaves because right where you shit, it's but tobacco. Dumbass. I remember when he told me that, I just looked at him before even my grandfather could say I went dumbass. My grandfather said, I called him well.
I love you, cousin. I love you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember them tobacco pills. Jesus, when I was a kid, that's what my grandfather did. He grew tobacco for Phillips Moore. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 20 acres of it.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, he grew other stuff, but that was one of his biggest cash crop was tobacco. Phillips Moore. And then he grew corn for who's that fucking old dude with the popcorn? Overrun.
Red Fokker.
Yeah. For popcorn.
Yeah. So when is the quote unquote bumper crop, so to speak, for tobacco? Is it in like June? Is it in August? I mean.
Oh, are you saying when do they harvest it?
Yeah.
Oh, it depends on the area. Like where I'm at, they pretty much grow it almost all year long.
Oh wow! Hi, Lisa. Love you.
I'm just saying, it never gets hard. We don't. I mean, every once in a while we get what you could call hard freeze. Y'all would call a summer day.
Oh, geez.
Or a breaking winter. We get cool. We don't get cold. We get cool. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't get none of that. She's freezing.
Yeah, but you gotta understand where she comes from. Anything below 40 is like -20 to most people. To her. Yeah.
I wanna hold your hand.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But she used that hot, muggy weather. When I took her up to Indiana when I was getting all my shit and, to move down here permanently, it was funny because we went up there just right at the middle of the winter up there. Poor thing was frozen there. She got sick.
Oh, no.
First 3 days she was there, she was so sick she couldn't stand it. But she wasn't used to that kind of cold,
I live in New Mexico. All my dad's kin, up until everybody, started passing. But anyway, my dad's kin and my dad's from Wisconsin. I went back for one time when I was a teenager for Wisconsin winter, Never again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what Wicked was saying. He's up in Wisconsin, so he said they chop it in late July here, but they only take 3 out of drying sheds after November freeze.
Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Bless your heart. That's
Yeah.
that's sad. Not because of Wisconsin, but damn the winters.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're from there, you're used to it. It's nothing.
Right,
You know,
it's a Tuesday.
I spent the second half of my childhood in North Dakota,
Yeah.
and now I'm in South Dakota. I mean, but I spent 16 years in Seattle.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of from the Dakotas, and no, I'm not used to it. I've been here for 10 years. I'm not going to get used to it. It's fucking cold here.
It's cold in America, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but see, my thing is I can put enough clothes on to be warm. But man, when I'm in a hot area, they get mad when I show up in my boxers and my boots. Okay,
Yeah.
They kind of frown on that at work.
Yeah, I'm the same. I can put on a hell of a lot of clothes when I'm in a really cold area, but I don't think I couldn't even peel my skin and still get cooler, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Besides, I have a lot of Irish in me. Me and son don't get along. Because I burn, peel, and come out whiter than I was before I came.
I have two. My skin has 2 shades, white and red.
Yeah, that's pretty much the thing. Yeah. Well, I have 3. I have white, I have red, and I have the farmer's tan. The neck and the arm part. So if I take my shirt off, you'd be like, "Oh shit, sunglasses!" You pasty white son of a bitch. It's like
Well, Wicked, wave out your door at Wisconsin and tell them I said hey.
Yeah.
I see the sausage on a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
What are we guys doing tonight then, anyway?
You see it.
Well, I was going to pop over to Garner's place and see how many more alcoholic drinks we could talk her into making.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what she can do with a bottle of Worcestershire sauce and some soy sauce and a bottle of tequila.
Oh no!
I'm interested. I'm interested to find out what she can do with a bottle of Drano.
Oh hell no! No.
Wicked,
Sorry, I couldn't believe we talked her into making a Bloody Mary out of a bottle of Everclear. Seriously.
Wicked, I use 80 to 100 SPF or I burn.
Yeah.
And
yeah. If I put 40 sunscreen on me and go out in the sun, I hear the sunscreen go.
Exactly.
Are you serious? No, don't go out there, son. I think the last one I bought was like, 70 something?
Yep.
And that was good for about 2.5 hours.
Yep.
The thing that was so funny about the whole of the time Garner was sitting there making these cocktails, she goes, "Yes, I do use this to clean the sink. It does very good at cleaning the sink." I said, "Seriously, girl?"
Oh no!
Yeah,
it was fun. We had a good night. It was fun.
If you're not in a hurry, baking soda and vinegar will clean out a fucking drain.
Yep.
It'll take it a while.
Watch too.
Yeah. And it'll come out nice and clean and smell fresh.
Hey, Cooking Green, welcome. Good to see you again.
Okay, back up now, because my drain in the kitchen is going real slow and stuff. So now, what do you put in it?
You dump baking soda into the drain. And
Okay.
I use a straw to kind of push it down way into the drain. So you dump a bunch of it in there. Then you take vinegar and pour a bunch of that in there, and it'll bubble and
foam like crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'll go nuts, and just leave it for several hours. and then run really hot water through your drain to rinse it, and your drain should run fast.
Yeah.
I tried Wicked. It's not working.
Yeah.
Well, how do you, Cooking Green?
You have my bottle here.
Hey, Cooking Green.
Now I have a sink in the shop that'll do it every once in a while, and I buy this to put in it, and it's only $2.50 here. It's a small little bottle,
Oh yeah, Liquid Plumber.
but it's a certain one. It's called All-Purpose Clog Destroyer Gel. You know,
Huh.
you
And
pour
that
that in
gel-
there,
That gel is good because it's really thick
and it
and it
cleans.
actually sticks.
Right. And the main reason with that in our tub drain, the only reason is because of her hair. She got long hair, you know.
Yep.
Constantly.
Ken got our tub to finally start draining after months, and we both worked on it.
Yeah.
He said he pulled a rat, like
Yeah.
big of purple hair out of the drain.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
Yeah, I must admit, whenever I have a plumbing problem, first thing I do is go looking for hair. I got 2 women in my family that got long hair that lose it all the time. If my bathroom's backing up, I know why.
I'm gonna tell you what though, to save you a headache. You know, I'm sure you've seen on TV is there's a little chain deal you can buy and hooks on the drain and goes down into it.
Yep.
And it's got the little hook barbs on it. That actually works because when it starts raining slow, I can push that down in there and pull it up, and it's like you said, it looks like a fucking wig coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, what is it?
It's a little deal you put and you clip on the drain, and then you let it go down the drain, and it's like a little loose chain with a bunch of barbs on it. And what it
Okay.
does is the air goes down there, it collects on those barbs. That way, when it starts clogging up, you just grab it, pull it up, and it pulls the hair back up.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to get some of those. And you just throw them away. You don't have to clean the hair off.
No. You get like 5 of them for like $2, $2.
Yeah.
There was another invention they were putting out here in Australia that it handled the same thing. It actually it had a corkscrew on the end of it, so you only use it once the thing's blocked up, and you shove it down there and you twist it as you're going down, and it digs into whatever it is. And when you pull it out, it's usually just a big ball of hair.
Yeah.
That and soap, you know, the accumulation of soap.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Well,
gives
guys,
it
I'm going to
nasty.
jump down, and I love everybody, and I'll see you
All
in
right.
chat.
All right.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Love you,
Have a
Cindy.
good one.
Thank you for having me up.
No problem.
Talk to you
Anytime.
in the
Yeah.
chat. Love you, Susan.
Love you.
And seeing as Cindy's leaving, I'm out of here too.
All right.
And I was actually looking at the time thinking that maybe I need to go see if Ken's awake and when he wants to go on. So,
Yeah, I need to go do some things anyway. So,
yeah.
all right.
So thank you to everybody for being here.
Everybody have a good one.
And just check Ken's channel in a little while. He'll be going live
Yep.
soon.
Later.
Bye.